Cougar Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Thursday morning. Up and at 'em. The Sweet 16 tips off tonight. Time to pull yourself out of that Gator funk and enjoy some good basketball. Good schedule tonight. Time to refocus on those brackets, man. We might get a little serious about that. I think we kind of forgot about it here, E.T. Good morning.
Top I see.
Yeah, I think we kind of just, laid in the Gator malaise for a couple of days, but now it gets serious. Slapness is up for grabs, so we'll see how things shake out beginning tonight. Stars are on display, really good basketball teams on display, cool rivalries on display. Should be a fun night in the Sweet 16. Can I start with a random thought? I've been thinking about this on the drive in day after day after day because it's one constant, it's one consistent, okay? And E, you should be able to feel me on this. Isn't it about time to maybe smooth out I-95? Why do I drive in on I-95? I feel like I'm in like Cincinnati or somewhere where they got cold winters that is going to crack the concrete and create it uneven. I mean, you drive in from the south side to downtown, it's anybody else notice that? Our tax dollars at work, can we maybe smooth this baby out once every 100 years? Getting rough out there, man. Random thought. Share that with you as we get up and going today. Can we talk about my Atlanta Hawks or no? Hawks went to Detroit last night, won a game in overtime. So the Hawks have the best record in the NBA since the All-Star break. They're now, I believe, 16-2. They're either 15-2 or 16-2 since the All-Star break. They've won 13 out of 14. They fattened up on a soft schedule, which just because they're the Hawks is like, easier said than done. And so now they beat the Magic a couple of times out ago. They beat Detroit last night on the road. Granted, no Kate Cunningham, but a nice little overtime win for my Atlanta Hawks last night. They've, I noticed, climbed their way up into the 5 spot in those Eastern Conference standings. And if you live in the kind of limbo land that Hawks fan has lived in, and I'm talking to you, Heat, Magic, Hornets, Bulls. I mean, I see you jokers with us in that play-in every year, it feels like. That play-in's no fun, man. No fun at all. Can we just get into the postseason and know we're a playoff team and actually get a series and not have it all, in some alternate version of March Madness where one and you're done? Yeah, can we talk about my Hawks just a little bit? NBA races are good both for the playoff positioning and for the MVP. It's going to be a fascinating MVP vote, man. It's just a riding a wave, man. And they've got that 65-game limit. In fact, that's becoming a talking point among the players' union I saw. But you got to play at least 65 to be eligible for the league awards. And I get the argument here, man. So I got to rush somebody back just so he's stage eligible for an award that he in some cases should win, and then jeopardize, the postseason or getting him back too quick. So we shall see. But it's a tight MVP race. There are tight races in both conferences. It still feels like Oklahoma City is the team to beat, but it also feels like they can be beaten. So we shall see. I saw that the ratings for the NCAA tournament are sky high. The opening weekend numbers are in, and I believe I saw a 12 to 14 million viewer number. That's a real healthy number for men's college basketball. And I would imagine that momentum would continue to be ridden. It starts tonight. First game up will be Purdue and Texas. Texas, an interesting story because they played their way in that play-in. And remember us talking about that, E.T.? I said, watch these play-ins. These 11 seeds have gone as far as the Final Four. UCLA not too long ago did that. Tennessee to the Sweet 16. There had been others, and lo and behold, here's Texas, and they're a dangerous 11 because they have talent and they've got a good tourney-tested coach in Sean Miller, who coached Arizona for a lot of years to major success. Purdue, a 2 seed and playing good basketball, won the Big Ten tournament, beat Michigan. Nebraska, Iowa is up next, and we talked yesterday. The Corn Planters against the Corn Huskers. They played twice this year. They split. One of the games was an overtime game. That one will be, let's say, festive in Houston. All right, then we go Arkansas, Arizona. What a great game that is, huh? You got the whole Calipari effect. Arkansas's got the best freshman. In my mind, Acuff is the best of a really good freshman class. It includes Boozer and Peterson and two more we'll talk about in the next matchup. But it just feels like Arizona, what was the number on them? They haven't been to a Final Four in forever. Can't remember what that number. I mean, we got some numbers that you wake up and you go, really, man? I mean, that's as old as my children. But you've got St. John's and Iowa, two pretty proud programs, just Sweet 16 for the first time since 99. And I believe Arizona, it's the first Final Four maybe since the 90s, early 2000s. Or perhaps I'm getting a bunch of March Madness stats and histories jumbled in my head. Do a quick Google search for me. Arizona Final Fours. We'll get an answer to that. But that, to me, is the great game. Unfortunately, your boy here will be watching that one on Fast Forward tomorrow morning, 9:45 tip, and that's if the first game doesn't go a little long, and don't we know they always do. And then the game that, Gator fan was supposed to be watching after finishing off their Sweet 16 opponent. It's Houston and Illinois, a 2 seed and a 3 seed. It does seem unfair that Houston as a 2 gets to play at home.
2001 was their last appearance, Final Four.
See what I'm saying?
97 was last time they won the national championship.
2001 is 25 years ago. Just feels like this might be Arizona's year. They got a tough test, though, tonight. That's for sure.
Can you tell me, back in 2001, who was the head coach for the Arizona Wildcats?
It was either I don't know how long Lute went. I don't know. It's probably still Lute Olson.
Don't talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, Lute Olson, and then Sean Miller came in, did a real good job. Arizona's been good since Lute Olson left, but they haven't been Lute Olson good. Lute Olson came from Iowa, was where he had coached before he got the Arizona job.
How relevant is that right now?
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, the game that should have been game for all the Gator fans, Houston and Illinois. Again, Houston gets to play in their hometown. It kind of feels like we skirted a little bit. Rice will be the actual host university, Rice University, but Houston.
Owls.
Yeah, Houston gets. I got Houston in the final. I had the Gators tripping up against Houston in the Elite Eight, and for the reasons that we saw the Gators trip up in the second round. Just didn't trust them for 6 games against the best in college basketball. But nonetheless, from a bracket standpoint, at least for me, I'll have my eye on Houston. All right, we had a couple of major pro days yesterday. You would think that two programs of this stature would do the NFL a favor and do them on different days. I was wondering that, right? I mean, these are two programs where the top level of your evaluators are likely want to attend. Talking about Ohio State and Alabama and a couple of storylines that emerged from those pro days yesterday. Obviously, the cream of the crop of those prospects won't be available when the Jaguars pick 56th. But nonetheless, what they are saying about Ohio State and their potential in this draft should really, in some ways, be an embarrassment for the program. I'll explain when we come back on the other side. We'll sift through a Jaguars notebook that's remaining pretty unwritten on for the most part. Got other NFL news with a football fix. That's coming up a little bit later. Worry about Puka, E.T.
He's a wild boy.
Puka's, man, he got to mature. That's what it is. It's immaturity, man. You're acting like a late teen, early 20s, no ramifications. Bro, you're in line to be one of the highest paid NFL players ever. Straighten up, my man. More on that football fix. So we're up and rolling. Thanks for being up and Adam with us. If you're driving up I-95, you're headed over those beat up highways. No potholes. We don't know. If you're born and raised in Florida, you don't understand what a pothole is. But, up north, they're understandable. They're a way of life, and they are day ruiners. Because you get the precipitation up there, the water seeps into the concrete, it freezes up when it goes down to, 10 degrees. Concrete, cracks. Ultimately, the potholes form. Oh, they're a disaster. They're a landmine, ET. We don't have those down here, so we get spoiled. I just want a smooth ride. We'll give you one here for the next 3+ hours. You are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Eli Manning.
The Giants have won the Super Bowl.
Your MVP, ladies and gentlemen, Eli Manning.
On 1010XL Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
I was born in Louisiana.
The Legends 90th birthday celebration. Live. Buddy Guy, 90. Saturday, August 22nd, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA, who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5-Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5-Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-Star experience.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Fine Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, we're back here on the drill. I got like a couple of Shazams this morning. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by Shazam Auto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores. So you take that short drive and you will love dealing with the entire Murray family. They do an unbelievable job. The customer service has been great. The service department, Stark, Kingsland, it's the Murray Ford Superstores. You know old Mac McClung, You know that name.
Yeah.
Tell people who Mac McClung is.
Mac McClung, white boy who could jump out the gym.
Out the gym. Won the slam dunk contest 2, maybe 3 years in a row.
3. I think he got 3 of them things.
I think he did do it 3 years and finally said, man, you boys have at it.
I got it.
Tired of taking your candy. Not known. It's not a bad player, right? He's been up in the league. He bounces back and forth between the G-League and the NBA, but he's usually active in time for that slam dunk contest. Mac McClung set the G-League scoring record last night, He
could hoop, man.
59.
Good for Mac.
59 last night, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the G-League, and that's basically the AAA of the NBA. Guys bounce back and forth. We've seen Bronny do that. That'd probably be the most famous name that you would recognize. But Mac McClung, 3-time dunk champ, and now all-time scorer. Guys building up a chunky Wikipedia page.
It's pretty solid.
Right, I'll give you that much. The Major League Baseball season opened last night to the great fanfare of Netflix. It was cool to watch the season open and how they introduced the homestanding Giants. The Giants are making history this year. It's the first time ever that a college manager has gone straight from a college manager's job to a Major League managerial job. They got that Tony Vitello from Tennessee, who's was fiery up there in Rocky Top. Not much fire in the Giants last night. The Yankees, there's old Max Fried, the Braves sitting here with pitching issues. Apparently couldn't afford to keep a guy who was a big reason why we won that one World Series. So Max Fried, after winning 19 last year, I believe finishing second in the Cy Young voting, starts with a nice little gym last night. No runs allowed. I think he went about 6 innings, and the Yankees win 7-0. Today's a lot more of a fun day because many of your teams will open, and I know it includes the Pirates and the Mets kicking things off. That's the NBC Peacock game. It's I don't know how Major League Baseball has set up the extra innings package. I know it's now through ESPN.com and MLB.TV. So my system, I got it arranged that the Braves are good to go. But if you're, there might be a little bit of discovery process, I think, getting up and rolling on this Major League Baseball season. So we had a couple of pro days yesterday. Specifically, Ohio State and Alabama. And what they are saying about this Ohio State class is, well, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here's and by the way, that's going to lead to sure, take great pride, Ohio State, that in it, here's and this may be even, this may have come out even before the Ohio State Pro Day. At this point, the Ohio State Pro Day shouldn't matter a lick. These dudes have done it on the field. That Sonny Styles cat showed out at the Combine. And so Pro Day is just kind of a gathering to get another look at him, I suppose. But in the latest mock draft, we'll just take this guy, Field Yates, who was at the workout. But this he put this out 2 days ago, so it would have been a day before the workout. And in that mock draft, you had Ohio State edge rusher Arvell Reese going 3. Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles going 4. Ohio State safety Caleb Downs going 5. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate going 6. 4 of the top 6 picks in the draft projected to be Ohio State Buckeyes. 4 of the top 6. Hey, Ohio State, why didn't I see you in the championship game? And even more kudos to Miami for beating those boys. Now, the Canes aren't exactly, bereft of NFL talent. They got a couple of first-rounders perhaps coming their way. 1 for sure, maybe even 3. But I would think Messidor and Bain are both going to go in the first round. And they have that big offensive lineman, Mauaga, I think is how you say his name. And I'm not, at times I've seen him in round 1. Let me just scroll down. Does he make a round 1? But 4 of the top 6, man. Makes it sting a little bit more that you didn't go all the way. It's never happened before at almost seems obvious. 4 players from one school going in the top 6 of the NFL draft. And, oh, by the way, that's just one man's opinion. There's some thought they could get 4 of the top 5. And other prospects. But, man, you want to talk about top heavy. And I do not see the Miami, the offensive lineman in round 1, as I did a quick scroll, unless he was higher up in round 1, which I wouldn't have expected he would have been. All right, so that's the Ohio State side of the college scouting and the pro day yesterday. Then there's Alabama. There's intriguing prospects at Alabama, but really maybe in some part thanks to Dan Orlovsky on ESPN, who had his hot take earlier this week that Ty Simpson of Alabama is the best quarterback in the draft, and it's not. Francisco Mendoza, who will go number 1 overall to the Las Vegas Raiders. By the way, I saw Vegas got a Super Bowl. That seems like a natural to me. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you can argue that just put the Super Bowl in Vegas every year.
You can.
Yeah, that's because number 1, for an event that needs hotel space, there's no place in this country I don't think you could go where you'd have more of it close to the activity. That's the thing. There's plenty of hotel space from New York and LA, but you might be, an hour away from where you're headed. So, but so Mendoza is going to go number 1. We know that. Fernando Mendoza. Ty Simpson it looks like now is going to settle in round 1. He had his pro day workout yesterday. Man, here's my biggest memory of a quarterback pro day. E.T., I think you'll remember this. And this would be why you could subscribe to the Jaguars strategy of skipping some of these things. But remember the year that Trevor went number 1 overall and was pretty much the unanimous, projection by just about anybody. There were a few that wanted to swim upstream and tell you that Justin Fields was better. Or in the case of this pro day memory, Zach Wilson had his pro day.
Yeah, I remember.
And he took a shotgun snap and he rolled out to the left from about his own 45 yard line and he just
launched it
against air. He just flicked one back across against his body, carried it that 55-60 in the air, hit the receiver perfectly in stride. And oh my God, Zach Wilson is the next Pat Mahomes, wasn't he? So point being, and there was no moment like that yesterday for Ty Simpson. And I'm done going. We've also reported these numbers from quarterback pro days. Trevor Lawrence went to 34 of 35. Only one ball hit the ground today. So you're throwing on air. They want to see your footwork. They want to see how that ball comes out of your hand live. I get that. There's some minor adjustments, but as a quarterback prospect, at this stage especially, you can't change rounds based on your pro day. Let's go out there and snap your Achilles. We wouldn't wish that on anybody. E.T., I got to play pickleball tonight. I'm a little nervous.
Ooh, where you playing?
Right over there where we play.
Oh, at the spot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mrs. P got some pickleball double date working tonight.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Pickleball and, Mexican food. Sounds like a natural Jacksonville night, right?
The spot of the scene.
Yeah. It might even be the same daggum court.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I think we're one to the left of where we were.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, we were underneath the cover joint in the front one.
And we're covered, but I think one more over.
Okay, the second court.
I think so. Say a little prayer for my Achilles before I go out there.
Got you.
Before I go out there this evening. All right, let's take a quick timeout. We'll continue with our relevance when we return. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get a Gator baseball chomp on 1010XL.
The Gators take their Sunshine State shutout at the baseball grounds to Fayetteville for a weekend series against the Razorbacks. Florida and fourth-ranked Arkansas. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infinity, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infinity comes with the Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infinity from Atlantic Infinity. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Higgins' advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Which school won the first NCAA men's basketball championship?
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Oregon Ducks won the first NCAA men's basketball championship in 1939. They defeated the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal.
Stand back, Jason. I'm gonna
Sneeze? Yeah, I saw that coming.
It's all this spring pollen, Jason. It's outside and it's inside my house, and I just can't stop. I can't stop.
Sneezing? Okay, let me help you with that.
How can you help?
At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can improve your indoor air quality with air purifiers, UV lights, and filtration systems. Every new system we install includes high-efficiency 4-inch filters that work better and last longer, even if you forget to change them.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Life can get pretty dusty sometimes. If you spend all day, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
When it comes to college basketball coaching openings, all eyes are on North Carolina, and it can be a distraction for some of these teams in the Sweet 16. Some of those coaches still alive, been openly linked. Iowa State's coach, Arizona's coach, Iowa's coach. If there's a coach having success right now, and that includes Todd Golden, then they're rumored to be on the hot list for North Carolina. Billy Donovan to Carolina continues to be an interesting scenario. What would Billy be now? Like early 60s? He, still got a nice little run left in him if he would choose to go back. I don't know, man. That NBA does not look fun if you're coaching an out of the playoffs, non-competitive team. And I do. I'll watch Billy on the sideline. Just kind of sit there like he's waiting on a bus. But so, yeah, all eyes are on that Carolina job. And again, there'll be at least somewhat of a distraction when it comes to press conference questions for some of those coaches that are being rumored to primarily by the people asking the questions. But this is a weird one. In fact, the Daily's Double Take brought to you this morning by the deliciousness that's waiting for you at your local Daily's. Couple piled high biscuits for $7. Coffee ground fresh and locally sourced every morning. Bread baked fresh locally every day. Now I'm hungry. Do you know who Will Wade is? I think you probably know the name. It might be hard.
Yeah, I do.
Harder to place him. Okay, who is Will Wade?
First cousin of Dwayne Wade.
Okay, sure. Yeah, there you go. That's right.
I've been around y'all too much.
It would be Will, first cousin of Dwayne Wade in White Men Can't Jump 3.
Y'all rubbing off on me, man.
Will Wade's a basketball coach.
All right.
He was at LSU and he got LSU ice hot. LSU about 5-6 years ago was a really good team.
Yes.
He was controversial. There are all these rumors and allegations of cheating to the point that the NCAA got him. And he got put on a show cause. I think couldn't even coach for a year or whatever. So, put his tail between his legs. LSU fired him. He was successful, but he was a lightning rod for controversy and apparently, NCAA misdeeds. So he leaves LSU and he revives himself, resuscitates at McNeese State. He goes to McNeese State and they go to the tournament. His 2 years there, back-to-back years, including last year when they beat Clemson in an upset in a 12v5 in last year's tournament. He parlays that into the NC State job, which he just got this year. It was his first year at NC State. NC State into the tournament, at least the play-in. They lost to Texas. Well, guess who's coming for Will Wade? LSU.
Circling back.
Shows you how times have changed. You know what this means?
Back.
We got a guy experienced in paying these dudes.
Yeah.
It shows how the game has changed. Doesn't matter anymore. LSU, and obviously, we thought they went all in with Lane Kiffin. Well, they left a little bit of chips on the side because they're going to push some in, apparently on Will Wade, who I will say this about Will Wade. At this stage, I'm pretty confident in saying I can't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. So when he said, I'm committed to NC State, the job we're building, no. But, I mean, I don't know of a situation where a guy's just left in disgrace and then been invited back in a relative heartbeat 5-6 years later. But those are the headlines. Will Wade and LSU seem destined for a reunion 4 years after the messy firing. All right, let's get to, by the way, transitioning from basketball to football, I got a storyline here I want to touch on. Did you see who was at the Minnesota Timberwolves game last night against the Houston Rockets as a guest of one Ant-Man Anthony Edwards?
I did.
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Courtside.
Yeah, courtside. And I saw also a photo that I get maybe Edwards posted. I don't know if Edwards or is Travis active on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he Instagram? What would be
IG. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be the like if somebody out there wanted to follow him, that's probably the best place to go.
Probably.
Yeah. But anyway, I saw it posted somewhere, a picture of him and they must know each other from like high school, right?
I'm not sure how they know each other.
Well, they're both Atlanta area kids, right?
Yeah.
Or at least Travis Hunter is a Georgia kid. I assume he was up around the Atlanta area.
Isn't Travis Hunter Florida?
No, I think Travis Hunter's from Georgia now.
I know Ant-Man definitely Atlanta.
Ant-Man's Atlanta.
Yes, but there's some type of relationship there.
So there must be close enough that he had him up. And again, he was sitting courtside for what was a terrific game last night.
Yeah.
It was an important game that the T-Wolves came from behind and won that game.
Ant-Man didn't play.
Okay. Yeah.
Ant didn't play.
Has he been out? Yeah.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah. I just saw that that's who I assumed who he was the guest of since he took the photo with him. All right, let's go on now to a crickets chirping portion of the program. But it's still, it does matter. We can be as confident and comfortable, even if by necessity, with our Jaguars roster and the path that we're on as a franchise. But it's also fair to look at other teams who had needs and filled them, in some cases with great players, that they do get extra credit for that. So, I say this in regards to, complaining about 15 in the power ranking, and I won't budge off of that. 15 is way too low. That's had them outside of the AFC playoffs. That seems like a stark overreaction. At the end of the day, and this is what it'll come down to, and I have confidence here, supreme confidence, more than others, but certainly the confidence level overall has risen. It's a coach and quarterback league, man, and we're good. We're good there. We got young coach and quarterback going to grow together, going to put up some great numbers. We're going to be relevant now for a while, as long as that's the case. But there are other teams that splash more. By the way, the Birdies tell me the Jaguars were more aggressive in getting a running back than what they ended up landing on with Chris Rodriguez. No more specific than that, but more in line with, more veteran backs that had 1,000-yard seasons, say. Not the Kenneth Walker level, right? Not the Breece Hall level per se, but maybe even close on bigger names than Chris Rodriguez. So it does show you the attention on the run game and having to replace Travis Etienne. But I saw ranking all 32 NFL free agency classes, which teams most improved their rosters. Clearly, if you look at this list, you're not looking for the Jaguars. They would have to be last, wouldn't they?
Near the bottom.
Yeah, their roster didn't improve. And the improvement in this roster is going to have to come from the players who are on it and the replacements for the players who departed. But I will say this. The Jags aren't getting credit at all for Monteric Brown and Cole Van Lannon and Jacoby Myers. Those kind of count. You made financial decisions on those guys. They're saddled with this stinking Walker Little contract. Just can't, I imagine, wait to get out from the weight of that joker. We can talk about the talent that Trent Baalke left. Well, some of it he left with the Jags way too much on the hook for, and Walker Little is top of that list. Anywho, the Jaguars, What? Let me see what let's get into the actual design of this. NFL free agency should be over. I like discovering with y'all. Of course, now we are not quite there. There are still some big-name players and then some other fill-in players, and then they list them, and it is an important list. If you just want to grab a guy like a Stephon Diggs or Calais Campbell, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Aaron Rodgers, Hassan Reddick, Joey Bosa, Cam Jordan, Calais Campbell. We've talked, there's still some names out there. They're going to kind of fall in, but for the most part, it's done. So this writer on ESPN says at some point we have to sit down and take stock of how the NFL has done since the new league year began. I ranked all 32 teams' free agency performances across signings, re-signings, and trade acquisitions. I also tried to take into account departed talent. These rankings are highly contextual. Any list of the most improved teams in free agency would start with the likes of the Raiders and Titans, who incidentally were the teams that had the most money to spend. Instead, I tried to rank teams for this: the value they got for money spent, flexibility of the roster as we go into the draft, contract details that give them leverage, the manipulation of the compensatory pick formula, right? We've heard James Gladstone talk about the value of that, what they could have done but didn't do. So with that list, the Jaguars actually are number 9. That should give you a little encouragement for those of you out there, and it's understandable that feel like, oh, man, we're not doing anything this offseason. Here's what they write about the Jags. Key acquisitions and returning players: Chris Rodriguez, Monteric Brown, Dennis Gardeck. And then you also had, late in the year, the Jacoby Myers and Cole Van Lannon extensions, so let's not forget that. All right, what he loved: the compensatory pick approach. Those 3 players above are the only ones the Jaguars signed this free agency period. Brown and Gardeck are internal retentions, which don't count against the comp pick formula. Rodriguez's deal is so small, it also doesn't count against the Jags. Over the Cap projects the Jaguars to receive 4th, 5th, and 6th round selections for the departures of Devin Lloyd, Travis Etienne, and Greg Newsome. Don't be surprised if James Gladstone is active at next year's trade deadline in anticipation of the picks that they will receive. What I didn't love: there's little to complain about when the whole point of the period is to do nothing. The team clearly needs pass rush help, doesn't have an obvious in-house heir to Devin Lloyd's role at linebacker, but I expect the Jags to continue watching for releases and trade opportunities to fill those spots before September. They'll slide lower if that doesn't come to fruition, but I'm ranking on faith here. Wow, what a novel approach when discussing our Jacksonville Jaguars. So at least one ranking of free agency and how to handle it that's not completely dictated by the top 100 free agent list. Man, I would, though, just being reminded of these names. I would be excited if a Hassan Reddick or Joey Bosa or Cam Jordan or Calais Campbell we could get a 1-year, whatever, $1 million deal. I'd be excited to add that to that rotation.
I'd sign up for that.
Then let's add a couple of interior defensive linemen, but get it right this time. You know, like the Rams got it right with those interior defensive linemen a few drafts ago. Let's get it right with a couple of young interior defensive linemen. Let's get a Devin Lloyd, but younger linebacker prospect. Let's fill in the depth at running back and tight end and receiver, and let's go ball. We will be playing 11 of them away from home, after all. At the end of the day, too, I've read some research here on just spending the huge money in free agency overall has not been a winning formula. That's all Bill Barnwell went back the last 10, 12 years. How often do top free agents actually pan out? Not as often as you would think. He sorted through 500 free agents. The average grade landed at 2.26, closer to disappointing than average. There's a scale. Most players were either below average or lived up to expectations, but there were far more utter disasters than stunning breakouts. Makes sense. If you're already being paid market value and then you go somewhere else and you get paid over market value and you produce at market value level, Lloyd is kind of dangerous in that regard, right? I wish Devin Lloyd well. He was awesome here last year, but reading a column next December on free agency signings that, bust may be too strong, but you didn't get max value out of, Devin Lloyd might fall into that category. All right, so success levels for the top 500 free agents from 2013 to 2022. So the top 500 free agents, by contractual value, 9.4% were a disaster, 0.6, less than 1 in 100, got a grade of a 6 superstar. Only 3.6 graded as Pro Bowlers. So only 4.2% of these big money free agent signings in that 10-year period were Pro Bowler or superstar level. 9.4%, or about 1 out of every 10, ended up being a 0, a disaster. Very disappointing, a grade of 1, 18.6. Mildly disappointing, a grade of 2, 30.2. Average, 25%. So, of the top 500 free agents, every once in a while I'll find that sneeze button.
Yeah, because I look at the board and it goes blank, so I know you hit it.
Operation shut down that thing, man. So, but for the top 500 free agents from 2013 to 2022, at least based on these grades and how they played out, only 16% exceeded expectations. Only 16% either hit the exceeding expectations, Pro Bowler or superstar level, and Pro Bowler or superstar, 4 out of 100. 1 out of every 25 top free agent goes on to be a Pro Bowler or superstar player, and the total is only 16%. 84% are average or worse. Maybe we'll look back and be glad we didn't have money to spend. You're listening to The Drill. More from the league and a football fix. There are a lot of headlines yesterday, including some involving one Patrick Mahomes. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Orlando Magic look to add a 6-game losing streak. They're laying 15.5 at home with the Sacramento Kings today. In the NHL, the Lightning a $2.90 favorite against the Kraken at home. Tampa Bay Rays open the season on the road to the Cardinals. Rays $1.26 road favorite against the Cardinals in Matthew Liberatore plus 104. Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Illinois a 2.5-point dog against Houston today at Toyota Center in Houston. Nebraska laying 1.5 against Iowa. Purdue laying 7.5 against Texas in San Jose, while Arizona, the favorite to win the national title, lays 7.5 against Arkansas. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
The moon, the wall, and beyond celebrate two of the most iconic albums in rock history. Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall, a breathtaking show that captures the spirit, sound, and spectacle. Brit Floyd, Saturday, March 28th. See Brit Floyd. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers. And I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch. So good, nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door. And did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door late night only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
It's time to upgrade your ride at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Trade your Tesla for the ultimate luxury. Experience a brand new Cadillac EV.
At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have over 33 stunning EVs to choose from.
Feel the power and enjoy a range that takes you farther than ever before.
You love your Tesla, but it's time to elevate your ride. Pick the color and drive away today.
Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, where luxury meets performance. Visit us today.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, I'll tell you, you got one option. It's Chad and Sandy. Or another option, just fruitless frustration. Now with Chad and Sandy, see, they get to the solution real quick. Let's get to the punchline. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's why you got to go to ChadAndSandy.com or call them today at 414-6200. Government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. You call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need max price, need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free. Chad and Sandy got this science-based market max system. It's proven, it's repeatable, and they guarantee they'll sell your home. Using the proprietary market max, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. We trust them. You can too. ChadAndSandy.com. ChadAndSandy.com.
MyGate Rewards members, this deal is just for you. Right now, grab any two 12-ounce Red Bulls and get two of your favorite roller grill items for just $1. When you need a boost, Gates got you. See store for details.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh, the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures this morning, ET. Someone has sent us in a picture. They're behind a vehicle in traffic.
Oh, yeah?
And whoever this vehicle, whoever's driving this vehicle, I hope is listening right now. The license plate, ET, nasty one.
McNasty.
Maybe he'll be listening. Will you be listening in the 9 o'clock hour, my man? If you're listening right now, just shoot ET a text if you're driving around with the nasty one license plate this morning. Well, 9 o'clock in the 6 o'clock hour. It's the surfboard variety, so maybe he's catching some gnarly waves along the way. So if that's not a Guggen, it should be. When you're driving around the McNasty mobile this morning before the sun even comes up. All right, fire up the band, ET. We have what we call here in the biz football fix. It's brought to you by the home course, the Jewington Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let her fly. I'll see you on the course, the home course. I love the home course enough. I played in that ridiculous weather a couple days ago, ET. Brave the elements.
You're a soldier.
The coldest, and I'm old enough to have a lot of reference points, the coldest 64 degrees I've ever been in my life. Just with the wind and the rain, and the air temperature was 64. It felt 50.
Whipping.
Yeah. All right, so Puka Nacua has been sued over alleged anti-Semitic remark and a bite. And I don't know how much this is. He said, she said. I do know that Puka Nacua at every turn seems to be getting himself in some sort of immature trouble. Somebody sent me a text that they read somewhere that where you are mentally when you become a millionaire is where you stay. I don't know if there's some psychological validity there, but Puka, you got a ton of cash coming your way, friend, if you just play football and be a good citizen. And this was, I don't know, his girl he was dating, and I don't think still in this country that you can get arrested for saying ugly things. But you can certainly be, judged, not harshly, but you can make your opinions on people based on hateful or ignorant things that they say.
And Puka's actions will continue to be tolerated because he's a baller on the field.
Yeah, I mean, we've learned that time and time again, haven't we? Patrick Mahomes put a little video out. So I'm tossing the football around. Short clip on Wednesday in a training session. He dropped back, threw the ball. His first public footage since he had surgery in December to repair a torn ACL and LCL in his left knee. I mentioned we have our own knee injury we're recuperating from. That's Travis Hunter, and he was courtside last night for the T-Wolves and the Houston Rockets. Travis was born in Florida. So when I say he's from Georgia, I meant a high school ball there. Yeah. He moved to Georgia apparently when he was 8. And so I assume that he knew Anthony Edwards kind of growing up. It looked like he was a guest of the Ant-Man. Seahawks are going to open Wednesday of week 1 with an Australia game Thursday. Follow along. The NFL announced Seattle will open the season on the Wednesday of week 1 instead of hosting the usual Thursday night openers, being made because the Rams and Niners will open their season in Melbourne, Australia, in a game that will be broadcast on Thursday night in the U.S. So Seattle is here. They're not in Australia, but their game will be on Wednesday. So look what they did here. They gave you a Wednesday, Thursday start now for the season. Seahawks will play on NBC at 8:20. We won't know the week 1 opponent until the schedule comes out. So week 1, you're going to get a Wednesday night game and a Thursday night game. That's the bottom line for this news. Joe Flacco, I think I said this yesterday, says he's not mad re-signing with the Bengals on a 1-year deal, but if it were up to him, he'd be competing for a starting job. Believe me, I wish I was a guy somewhere, and I think teams are dumb for not having me be that guy. Bro, you're 41, boss. Take your money and your clipboard and hush. Teams have given you the ball, Joe. Here, I mean, Joe's a great story. He's a great veteran backup to have. He's got Steve DeBerg vibes. He did more, when he was a starter, obviously, than DeBerg did. Won a Super Bowl. Flacco's a terrific quarterback, but man, there ain't a big market for 41-year-olds. Aaron Rodgers was a little bit better than you, and he's not exactly sought after. We shall see. I don't know. Are we on an ayahuasca trip right now? The labor talks have stopped between the NFL and the refs. You want to talk about a group it'll be hard for the fans to ever get behind? That's the refs. I mean, do we care if they do a complete overhaul? We want some that work. That's a football fix. You're welcome. The Hick and Arrival and more come your way next. It's a Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Each one of us remembers when we felt it the first time, when you looked up and down those bleachers and saw 90,000 saluting alongside you? When you first saw a Gator.
1010XL.
It's Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5-Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5-Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Frank Frangie here. Madness is back, and Nimnik Buick GMC is bringing the excitement with Shoot for Loot. This month only, when you purchase any new or used vehicle from Nimnik Buick GMC, you'll get a chance to take a shot and win $1,000 cash. That's right, $1,000 cash in your pocket with one shot. And the winning doesn't stop there, because when you shop at Nimnik Buick GMC, you're getting savings and selection. Nobody does a better job. I've been buying my cars at Nimnik forever, and I promise you I trust them. Go visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. And remember, nobody but Nimnik. GMC, we are professional grade.
World-renowned chef, humanitarian, and founder of World Central Kitchen, Jose Andres, is coming to the Florida Forum March 31st. For your chance to win tickets, text FORUM to the text line covered by
Warm energy drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Forum Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The Golf Club of Southampton is gearing up for brand new greens and a lot more. And now's your chance to save on membership before the fee increase. Take advantage of $1,000 savings if you join before the work starts in late April and before the initiation fee goes up. It's a great deal, plus $500 additionally in Pro Shop credit. Don't miss out. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Become a member now and save big. The course is in great shape, so head on out to the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and get on the tee.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
March is full of upsets, but your oil change shouldn't be one of them. Don't gamble with your time in a waiting room. Go with a proven winner, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment, stay in your car, and a full-service oil change in 15 minutes. That's why Valvoline has a 4.7-star national rating and was named #1 quick lube in America by Forbes for customer service. Make the smart pick this March. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and built to win.
Hey there, ET here with 1010XL. And here's a little how to be cool secret. No need to wait for an anniversary or a birthday. I'll just simply dial up Kuhn Flowers and send someone something special for absolutely no reason. It's really fun. And I can do it online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by USA Park Airport Parking. After getting swept at Alabama, Kevin O'Sullivan blasted the Gators' energy, and Florida answered with a locked-in 5-0 win over Florida State on Tuesday, showing his message landing. Gator freshman quarterback Will Griffin is turning heads in spring camp. The Tampa standout big arm and maturity have coaches calling him one of Florida's most naturally gifted young players. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 7:02 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned because the Dan Hicken Arrival and more is next right here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Yo, tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig. If you want my future,
You know it!
if you
Yes, sir!
That was a good one.
get your act
Oh, about once a week now.
be just fine.
Let's go! Good to be here on a Thursday. I wanna.
Danny Spice.
If you want to be my lover, oh, gotta get with my friends. No,
Emmanuel
Yeah.
Spice.
it ain't no fun. I like to go by Black Spice.
Oh,
I wasn't going to go there.
no.
Pepper Spice. That sounds kind of feminine, though.
Crazy day in sports yesterday,
Oh, nutty.
but good stuff to get into today. A lot
Okay.
to talk about. I want to dive right into
Sure.
an article written by our colleague Matt Hayes on DJ Lagway. I don't know if you got a chance to read it.
I
but
did not.
It's I don't know. There's a lot to take away from it, and including dysfunction at the University of Florida in the football program for a coach who was so buttoned up that he allowed a lot of some of this stuff to occur. Just
What gives an example?
Oh, I'm
the
gonna-
most glare. Okay.
I mean, I really want to just kind of go into the whole thing. I actually looked at it, and it's a great article by Matt because I give him credit, a lot of insight. But it does. I don't feel like it paints DJ in a good picture at all. I mean, at all. And he didn't want to go to class. He felt like he was in a bubble. Lagway told USA Today Sports after the first Zoom lecture, after that Hail Mary of a decision on day one to avoid the rush and crush of fans, he never stepped in a classroom in Florida. The remainder of his academic time on campus was limited to online work at home. That's the dumbest thing and dumbest decision one could ever make. Tim Tebow went to class. Joakim Noah went to class.
Walter Clayton went to class.
I mean,
Yeah.
my son calls
That's
me
soft.
when he's walking and he goes, "Hey, Dad, look, there's so and so."
Sure.
You know,
Yeah. That's soft.
it's
Yeah.
that
That's
right
entitled.
there starts me on a downward spiral to a kid that we all propped up, and now we're gonna hear how tough it was for DJ Lagway as he climbs into his Lamborghini. I mean, guys, the
It's a different era.
madness. Somebody step in and clean it up. It's ridiculous. Oliver Ryu goes to class. He's 7'9". Everybody looks at him.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Right. And that's the first day. It would die down after
It's a little
minute.
bit like, when you're a celebrity. One thing I always liked about Springsteen, he's a Jersey guy. He lived in Jersey, and he'd go to Jersey bars when he was famous. He didn't care. It was no big deal. And people would, guess what? Leave you
him
alone.
Yeah.
They might buy you a beer. They might say, "Hey, Bruce." They might come up. It's not that big a deal, isn't he? You have fame.
I don't know if I call it fame, bro. That's a little
Well,
stretch.
certainly approach. We all are.
Now now we'll get into the injuries and stuff. But self-induced isolation. Self-induced isolation. I was in a bubble down there. I didn't feel like a normal person. I didn't even know what the campus looked like. I was really closed off. I didn't hang out with my teammates. Yeah, I was depressed. I just stayed in my own lane, stayed out of the way. DJ, you've played enough football. If you're not hanging out with your teammates, you got nothing.
Your brothers.
It was
Yes.
weird because they talked good about him, the players did.
Well, it sounds like we just protected him for 2 years despite what we heard. Lagway knows what question is coming next, can see the blindside blitz before it hits. He was the young star driving around Gainesville in his Lamborghini SUV and Mercedes.
Lambo shouty. Big body
Come on,
Benz.
man. He was the player at the center of advertising campaigns, number plastered all over jerseys and in bookstores. They chanted his names. It was, how could I, what? Come on. I blame myself for not doing more to build that brotherhood with my teammates. Well, you should.
Yeah, you should.
But
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
felt like I was put on a pedestal. I was handcuffed and couldn't do anything about my injury situation. All right. Come
Good-
on, dude.
Good luck, Baylor.
SOFT, bro.
Yeah, good luck, Baylor.
I mean,
SOFT.
SOFT.
Yeah.
This isn't for you. This is not for you. Because with the $3 million comes $3 million of
responsibility and accountability.
Yes, accountability
Yes.
and questions and
Correct.
criticisms and playing the toughest and most picked apart position in all of sports.
It's the influencer mentality. You want the money without having to do anything.
Correct.
And there's too much thought that is a natural, oft occurrence. It's not. You don't get money in the world for doing nothing.
Now let me start on this Newt Rockne coach at Baylor, Dave Aranda. This clown. Dave Aranda's a deep thinker in fraternity where X and O shallow pools are the norm. This is Matty Hayes.
Okay.
Great article, by the way, Matt. Great article. He saw Lagway a few months ago, 2 years after pushing late in the recruiting process and trying to get the nation's #1 high school quarterback to flip from Florida, and thought of Miyamoto Musashi, the 17th century Japanese swordsman and philosopher, and history's greatest duelist. Well, anytime you can bring up Miyamoto Musashi.
How about bring up Tom Brady?
2 long years at Florida that felt like 10 had forced Lagway into Musashi's fighting stance of protecting everyday life while constantly exuding combat readiness. Come on, man. What the hell?
From the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures. I live in Austin. I can't wait to go to a bleeping Baylor game with his jersey on. I promise you I will. I mean his #2 Gator jersey, by the way. Right. Yeah.
Now, look. Let's talk about the injuries because, and again, no transparency. And that's Napier or Lagway, whoever's fault. All of them. They're all to blame.
By the way, you're also a really, 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 really bad coach. You're an extra-level coach. If you can't figure out a year that you're entitling and helping and enabling someone who's not good enough to get that treatment. Billy wasn't smart enough to see that. Went down to the end thinking we had a first-round draft pick. It's the story they sold.
He's worn from the Florida experience, Aranda said. It's going to be a lot of work. All the comments and critiques really hurt him.
Yeah, I hope
it's
they go
about
4-8.
being able to have hard conversations. We've been very intentional with that from the beginning. He's worn from the Florida experience? What are we talking about now? A shoulder injury that needed surgery, or nearly needed surgery, a move that would have ended his sophomore season before it began, a core injury that needed surgery, a lat strain, a calf strain. Okay. All right. He has this glass around him, and we have to be able to break that glass so he can be free, Aranda said.
Whatever.
Are you freaking kidding? Shut up, Coach.
That might work.
It's football.
Yeah, and you're quarterback. You
Holy
cannot be.
cow.
There's no successful beta quarterback existing on the planet.
Billy
They're
Napier-
all alphas. Every successful quarterback is alpha.
Billy Napier puts it like this. DJ had a season of anticipation and hype without an offseason of diligence and work. Okay. Lagway's always been a grinder in the weight room. Has he?
I don't know.
He doesn't look like it.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah. It's his safe space, that area he can
Safe
control.
space. Sure,
So
they
when the
need safe
injuries began
spaces.
piling up, and so did the frustration and anxiety and the
Yeah.
depression. Lagway threw his first pass in competitive 11-on-11 drills during game week of the season opener against Long Island. More than 9 months from when he walked off the field in mid-December after Florida's bowl win over Tulane. That is being mismanaged.
100%.
I mean, what in the blazes are we doing down there?
Yeah, well,
okay?
we said
What
it
are we
at the
doing down there?
time. We said at the time.
After a freshman season, he says he never should have played because of shoulder soreness since he stepped on campus and a debilitating hamstring injury sustained the first week of November 24, but played because he wanted to, because he needed to. Florida wasn't paying millions to see him hold a clipboard. By the grace of God, I got through those games. I don't know how else to explain it. Lagway said he couldn't throw the ball more than 10 yards during game week preparation for his first career start, week 2 against Sanford, and then he threw for 456.
I don't believe you. You can't not throw it 10 yards. And
The shoulder soreness never got better, only the degree which he could handle pain. He said he barely practiced later in the year before a critical game against LSU. This is his freshman year now.
Yeah.
A month removed from Graham Mertz's season-ending injury. He threw for 226 in the upset of LSU. A week later, led the Gators to a win over number 9 Ole Miss, despite throwing only 17 passes. That 2-game stretch ramped expectations. Napier admitted Florida, quote, managed Lagway's freshman season with intent, eliminating Sunday and Monday work and at times limiting beyond that depending on Lagway's recovery timeline. This is football. This is a guy's hurt. This is what you do. The hamstring was a lot worse than we let on, and my arm was a problem all year, said Lagway.
Violins play in Baylor.
But what was obvious against Tulane, Lagway looked physically depleted despite throwing for 300 yards. Wasn't addressed until March of the offseason. Why?
Because of Billy Slowpoke. I mean, what are we talking about? The guy was a disaster, bro.
Lagway told when Lagway told Florida officials he felt like he had a core injury. So when Napier announced Lagway wouldn't participate in spring drills, and when some of his teammates heard that news for the first time, it led to a cacophony of rumor and innuendo that was never fully explained until now. Why?
To quote Ron Burgundy,
3 injuries in the yes.
I'm in a glass case of emotion. He stays in a glass case of emotion, Dan.
3 injuries in the first 5 months of the year: shoulder, core, lat strain, and another in camp, calf strain, forced him to miss an entire offseason of work.
Joe Burrow just called and said, "Hey, buddy, have fun selling pharmaceuticals."
Now
when
Napier
you're
and
done.
Lagway then went in July. They went to the SEC Media Days, and both he and Napier said, hey, we're 100% healthy and ready to go. We dropped some video of him throwing the ball. He wasn't close to being ready to play. There's a big difference between throwing and throwing in live 11 on 11. That didn't happen until game week of the first game of the season. Now we're into year 2. Let's stop here. Here's what Matt Hayes says. It makes something clear. Lagway says he was completely healthy during last season. He was completely healthy last season, and he was terrible.
Yeah.
But there was residual off-the-field effects. You don't miss an entire offseason of working out with teammates, of throwing with receivers, and sharpening timing and accuracy, of building critical chemistry and camaraderie while living on your own in an off-campus apartment and not feel it throughout the season.
And you didn't.
Again, that's on the kid and the team and the coach.
And I'll take it a step further.
What a disaster.
I'll tell you without knowing, and I can tell you I've seen enough, he did not attack rehab like he should. He could have been throwing in July. He did not. I promise you, that's not a guy who is attacking rehab to get back and healthy and full go as quickly as he can. He sat around for 6 months, didn't even bother doesn't even talk to his daggum teammates. Yeah, that's not a good look.
Here's what Napier said. He needed every single rep in the offseason to clean up fundamentals and footwork to increase processing, but he's on a bike the whole time. A tough, selfless guy isn't working and investing. It's not his fault, but he took the blame, and we protected him. We didn't throw him under the bus. That's how he positions it. But I'm not asking you to throw him under the bus. I'm just asking you to keep it real. You know?
And, yeah.
There was worry there. You could see it in his face. He knew what he was getting into.
He was more Donald Douglas than Chris Leak when it comes to highly, recruited quarterbacks, right? Florida's only had a handful of guys.
And by the way, I also want to say this. I wish the kid well. I hope he does fine at Baylor. I don't,
soft.
I just don't think he will. I don't think he's got the, in reading this article, and again, it's by Matt Hayes, USA Today, our colleague, and he did a great job on it. But in reading this article, he doesn't have the makeup to be a big-time quarterback. I mean, the NFL's worse, DJ.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to, you got no shot. E, am I off on this?
You're on point, my boy.
And now we play this card. It was my first time going through something like that. I'm 19 years old. Ooh.
19.
Hey, guys, guess what? You're 19-year-olds when they hand you $3 million, too.
Yeah.
It's the way it goes now. I'm sorry.
19, first of all, 19 is not 13. You're old enough to drive a Lambo, brah.
Right.
You don't get to have it both ways. This Peter Pan world we're putting these kids in, where we create, multi-millionaire teenagers. They don't know what the hell to do.
I told every coach that called me about him that they're going to get the best version of DJ. Napier said he's going to be on a mission to prove the world that last
whatever.
year was
Just like you, huh, Bills? Where'd that doofus land?
JMU.
Play the under.
Anyway, I just wanted to go over that article. I wanted to get it off my chest, too. I thought it was interesting. And like I said, congrats
Paul now is cast over the studio.
To Matt. But no, it's last year, so it doesn't matter. We move on. We got a new coach, new quarterback.
You can see, by the way, why they immediately, some testosterone walked into the office and me and said, you're not our guy, bro.
You can see, right? The way Summerall has said this, look, we laid it out to DJ if he wanted to. We did not tell him to leave. This is how it's going to be. And what was going to be is there's going to be competition.
You're going to have to work.
Yeah.
There's going to be accountability.
I mean,
you're not going to be allowed to be a hermit in your apartment by yourself.
And by the way, he showed up at Baylor where where it's up to him again. Dave Aranda, good luck with Musashi over there and the swordsman.
We won't talk about a certain snippet of some of the first video from practice over there in Baylor where DJ Lagway went back to throw and threw it end over end, channeled his early Blake Bortles here in Jacksonville.
That did not look good. All right,
not a natural thrower of the football.
Well, I don't know, but it did not look good. I mean, I listen and I understand, and like the fan, if you're a Florida fan, you're like, and I saw one of on social media, I'm like, they keep going back to how tough one of the quotes where he said it was like tough or whatever, and the Florida fans like, we're putting up AI statues of the kid next to the Heisman Trophy winners. We're chanting his name before he even took a snap. He's worn from the Florida experience.
Yeah, I tell you what else is worn. That checkbook, that's worn out.
Yeah.
He wore that sucker out, writing them six-figure here and there and everywhere.
So anyway, just some interesting stuff. We'll talk about that.
You can wish him well. I won't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, banish you to the outskirts. I hope you go 4-8 and go sell trucks in Waco.
I got no problem with
my Old Testament here.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's no testament. That's just bad on me. But hey,
yeah, just warming up here on a Thursday edition of The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Remember the days of Baselli, Brunell, Jimmy, and Keenan?
Mark Brunell with a masterful run.
Jaguars, pride forever. 1010XL.
Hey, you're looking for insurance you can actually trust? Me, Craig and Chris Kaprosky with the Kaprosky Agency and Goosehead Insurance. For over the years, they've built their reputation the right way. They're upfront, they're honest, always working to find their clients the best possible coverage at the best possible price, right? Home, auto, flood, umbrella, specialty coverage. Craig and Chris shop the market for you. They compare top insurance companies so you don't have to. Man, have they helped us. They've helped families like mine countless times. Many of you, making the process simple, stress-free, and saving real dollars along the way, which in this day and age ain't easy. If you want straight answers and coverage you can count on, call Craig and Chris Kaprosky. Easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, at goosehead.com. Or give a call, 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Because the right insurance isn't just about policies. It's about people that you can trust.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Rookies, free agents, and trade talk.
The ability to see the future and react to it. Now that is what I do.
The off-season is a time to tune up the roster.
I'm all ears.
Follow the road to the regular season with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Coming to you live with a show you can't miss. Turnpike Troubadours. Playing St. Augustine Amphitheater Saturday, October 24th.
Kicking up barges on a long hot summer day.
With special guests, Muscadine Bloodline and the Creekers. On sale Friday, 10 a.m. at AXS.com. Turnpike Troubadours, live.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Firehouse Subs is adding a new heavy hitter to the roster, the Chicken and Cheddar Rancher. Grilled chicken, melted cheddar, crispy bacon stacked high with fresh toppings, and creamy buttermilk ranch. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher, only at Firehouse Subs.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
Do not buy a diamond in Jacksonville until you check out Beard's Diamonds. Hickett here. You're going to see a much bigger selection, higher quality than those chain store diamonds, and you'll get a better price. Beard's is different. It's Jacksonville through and through. Locally owned by the Lupos for more than 40 years. Amazing reputation, value, honesty, transparency. And they take care of our local customers. A free lifetime warranty, free maintenance, free sizing, free cleaning, free insurance appraisals. They don't nickel and dime you. Everything included at no charge. And Beers loves our local heroes in uniform, our military, police, firefighters, nurses, 25% off every day, every purchase. And here's something cool. Nobody at Beards is paid on commission, so there's no pressure to sell you or upsell you. Take my advice. Visit Beards. Get to know the local owners. Let them teach you the inside tricks on how to buy a diamond the smart way. So shop local, shop Beards, and get so much more for your money. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! Yeah, let's do some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. A prize pack that includes Razzle Dazzle, and from what I can sense, it's all about the guy.
Yeah, it's all about Buddy Guy, that is.
Buddy Guy.
And he's going to be here live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater August 22nd. Get your tickets at theamp.com, but one lucky winner can win a pair of tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill.
So while Travis Hunter watched last night, Minnesota led by 11 with 3:30 to go. Houston went on a 13-2 run to force OT. Houston started OT 13-0, and then Minnesota closed them out 15-0.
Wow, we saw a heck of a game then, Travis did.
You will never,
15 of them.
You'll never, ever see a game like that. It's the greatest comeback in overtime history, they said.
Yeah, unbelievable.
They scored 15 straight points to close them out.
By the way, it's a 5-minute session, so do the math.
Yeah.
You know,
NBA teams were 0-180 when down by 10 or more points in overtime the last 29 years.
Wow, I knew the game was back and forth.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was
back
that
and
much
forth.
of an elevator ride.
Yeah, back and forth for sure.
I was grinded in. I watched a complete NBA basketball game pretty much from start to finish for the first time since, I don't know, maybe the finals last year.
Uh-huh.
As the Hawks went to Detroit to put a litmus test against the hottest team in basketball, the best record in the NBA since the All-Star break. I think we're like 15 or 16-2 now since then, and now they're starting to beat some teams. They beat the Magic, who are struggling, but Detroit without Cade Cunningham. Hawks built a 21-point lead, like at half, and then by the time the fourth quarter started, they were trailing. It's just maddening.
There's a couple.
But they won. They won in overtime.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple. So they've won, 15 out of 16 or something like that?
I think 13 out of 14 and 15 out of 17 since the All-Star break. 15-2, I believe, since the break.
There are a couple of NFL players that we need to discuss who are not in good stead these days.
Okay.
One is a receiver for the Rams.
Yeah, Puka.
He's got to clean himself up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's going down a bad path here. And just by everything that you read, the video that you see, the comments that he, quote, allegedly made.
There's an obnoxious, off-color immaturity about him.
Yeah, but it might be a little bit more.
Well,
than that.
I don't know.
Well, that would be a concern if you're the
For
Rams.
sure. Yeah,
And-
but
and
it should be a concern for Puka, who's set to be.
he better get concerned about it, or
a billionaire.
Yeah, or he's going to be hanging out with AB84 somewhere.
Mm.
You know,
is AB in the Hooskow? They ever arrest that dude?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't
no
either.
one even knows.
Wait till AB's little kids got college age. We'll get it all over again. AB will be in the stands.
Oh boy. And then the other one, I don't understand this one, and I've seen it discussed lately. is the Wilkins guy from Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
He's out of the league.
Yeah.
Why?
He's a first rounder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And reportedly not a bad player.
No.
And all they say is, well, something happened in the locker room.
Yeah, whatever.
Was that in Miami? Was he in Miami or?
I think it was
He started with the Raiders.
Yeah, he started with. Did he start with the Dolphins and went to the Raiders?
Is that
Yeah,
the way
I think it was in the Raiders.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought he started with the Raiders and then went to the Dolphins.
Right.
But yeah, at one point, Christian Wilkins.
What did he do in the locker room?
How that's got to be somewhere by now, doesn't it?
Well, there are rumors.
Just like a fight or something worse than that?
No. Something weird happened in the locker room.
Weird.
That's kind of how they put it.
Okay.
Yeah. But my question is like, is he blackballed from? I mean,
right.
There are 1,000 players. There are hundreds of players though who aren't as talented as this guy playing in the NFL. Why is this guy not playing in the NFL?
Because it was that weird, apparently.
Right.
I don't want to know what weird thing we're talking about, but I can imagine.
Yeah.
Got to be something off color.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, those two things just sort of are very strange.
I love in our industry where we can, in our, not really our industry, I guess, but in this format where we can just tell very accomplished, successful people what they should do.
Yeah.
Billy, take that North Carolina job, man. Get out of that downtrodden situation. And it didn't work out in Chicago, man.
Well,
you've been there too long already. Your team isn't any good. It's not getting any better. You're just taking it on the chin 50 times a year. It can't be any fun. I watched you one of your games earlier this year. I swear you look like an old man at a bus stop. You're just sitting there with your
just waiting,
with your shoulders shrugged, just sitting there, just like you're waiting on the 7 train.
I had Patrick Young, our good friend, came over and spoke to the class yesterday.
Oh yeah,
and we were talking about. They asked him about Billy, and you forget little things about Billy Donovan, like how competitive a dude he is. So this NBA stuff just must eat at him and has probably aged him. And so, Billy Donovan's a guy, and by the way, he's 60 years old, but he's fit as a fiddle. He's in great condition. And he went to the NBA because, one of the things he didn't like about college ball was like
the travel. The recruiting travel.
It wasn't that. It was not being able to. It was 20-hour work week, not being able to spend not enough time to coach. He really wanted to coach, but the NBA is the NBA, and he's in a situation now. He's in Chicago. Who leads the NBA in attendance every year? The Bulls.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, basically the Bulls lead them. They don't
have a big arena.
My point is this:
the arena
they don't
Jordan
care if they win or lose. The Reinsdorfs own them. They're making money hand over fist. They're in one of those. They don't care. And if they don't care, how can you? If you're Billy Donovan, it's got to be so frustrating. So yeah, go somewhere where you can compete and win. He's a competitive dude.
That's what is so alarming to me as I watch the Bulls play and I watch Donovan. It just seems like he's like those movies where a guy has to perform, community service by going and coaching a high school team.
He's obviously very well respected, man. He's lasted in the league and he hasn't done anything. He had one good year. His first year, he just missed out when they blew the 3-1 lead. He was the coach of Oklahoma City when they had those Cats and they blew the 3-1 lead to Golden State. That's the only year that mattered. After that, he lost in the first round, missed the playoffs, lost in the first round, and missed the playoffs now this will be the 4th year in a row.
And by the way, they're not even, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
At one point, they've tried, they had Levine and DeRozan. They haven't had terrible teams. They traded for LaMelo, which one was it?
Lonzo.
Lonzo's gone and forgotten.
So I agree with you. If the job is there, go get it.
Go get relevant again. You deserve to be relevant. You don't deserve to be sitting there. And by the way, that's what your boy did. Your boy Patino, Billy. That's what he did. He went to the NBA. He had a plum job. And after a while, I was like, man, what am I doing? I'm destroying my legacy here. I got to get back where I'm a winner.
The other interesting
thing. And Patino won more than Billy has.
The other interesting thing that Patrick said, and this is a good point, he said, guys, if he was 3 or 4 inches taller, he would have been like an NBA star. Because he was just too small.
Yeah, 6-footer.
Because the NBA is say what you.
He would have been a heck of a catch.
Even then,
he's the size of a point guard in the NBA.
He took Providence with Patino and went to the Final Four.
Yeah,
Billy Donovan. He was a great college basketball player. So
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the Major League Baseball season opened last night.
Only one ABS challenge, and their players are 0 for 1.
Yeah.
I think the umpires should. You know what umps should do?
What?
When they win the
Do a
challenge?
little dance?
Yes. Yes.
Do like a bat flip? Yeah. Do like a mask
Well,
flip?
yes. Like Leslie Nielsen in
yeah, fist bump.
in what's the movie?
Yeah, Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Or maybe when a player is wrong, the Major League Baseball has a league-wide like sounder that they play.
Yeah. Yeah. You play Three Blind Mice now.
Yeah.
We had to listen to it.
Right.
So umps won, player only one challenge. So the whole thing meant nothing. And the cat is who blew it is forever off to the Hall of Fame.
I want to know why there wasn't more than one, because I know that they're never 100%. I wonder, are they gonna cater to these guys' feelings?
Aaron Boone said he wants them to be aggressive. So I don't know. Maybe that ump called a good game.
And by the way, you only get 2. If you miss them,
shout out
done.
umps.
All right, you only get 2. And by the way, they're giving them. I mean, if you click a corner of that, they're giving it to him. Like the one that he missed.
Well, you have to.
It was almost completely outside of the box. It caught like the tip of the corner.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's what you signed up for.
That's what you say, catching a corner.
And Aaron Judge still in that slump.
Yeah, 4 strikeouts last night. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Max Fried, completely healthy. Not healthy enough for the Braves to re-sign. Won 19 last year, second in the Cy voting, and then right out of the gates here with a gem and a shutout through 6. So,
I will say this, in fairness, that is a legitimate beef for Atlanta fan. That guy.
Yeah, and Freeman, both of them.
Yeah.
Just have those 2 guys.
Yeah.
But more than Freeman, Fried.
Yeah.
Fried, you got to keep now.
Learn your lesson from Freeman.
The only thing that I would say, and again, you can't letting Fried go coincided with Strider about to become even better than what Fried was.
Yeah.
And then that has gone off the chain. Anyway, I was first angry and bitter and disappointed that the Braves wouldn't be opening today. I'd love to be able to watch a Braves game. Now it's tomorrow. Now I'm like, the later the better. We'll just open in June. Y'all have fun.
Yeah, there you go. All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to take home.
Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Get you a pair of tickets to see Buddy Guy live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater August 22nd. Tickets on sale right now at theamp.com, but one lucky winner can win a pair of tickets right now at 904-641-1010. Y'all know what to do. Holla at your boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Okay, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. I and Beaches Dermatology are reminding you all to wear your sunscreen. Spring is here, and that means more time outside. Grabbing the clubs for your tea time? Bring the screen. Heading out on the boat? Bring the screen. Headed to the beach? Definitely bring the sunscreen. All in all, make sure sunscreen is included in your outdoor activities. If you have any concerns now, give Beaches Dermatology a call. I've been seeing them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Call today online at beachesdermatology.com.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess, you're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do, their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Hey, gang. Hicken here. When it comes to trucks, the only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. And I don't just talk about them. I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks of my own. Man, they earn every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, you bet. Dependability, always in style. You see my boy Blue. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by the Atlantic Boulevard showroom today and see why truck people keep coming back for more. At George Moore Chevrolet, together! That's right.
Feel the rush of lighting up something truly exceptional. This Saturday, March 28th from 1 to 4 p.m., step into the ultimate cigar experience at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road. Join us for an exclusive Aganorsa Leaf cigar event featuring incredible Aganorsa Leaf cigar deals, great food, and exciting prizes. Bring your friends, relax, and enjoy an unforgettable afternoon. Because at Tobacco Cove, it's more than a cigar store. It's an experience.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Top Dog Tavern is your gathering place for family and friends, offering something for everyone. Want a delicious meal served with a smile? We have you covered. Shareable appetizers, hot and crispy wings, juicy tavern burgers, fresh salads, plus a large craft beer selection. And there is nowhere better to watch all the big games than on our multiple TVs. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and good times at Top Dog Tavern, located in Bartram Park off Old St. Augustine Road.
Bet on the ball game. Get your money down. Money lines, totals, and parlays. We're cashing tickets all around.
It's baseball betting season, and VSiN's MLB betting guide is a home run for bettors. Download your free special edition of the guide, featuring a betting preview of the Atlanta Braves and Tampa Bay Rays at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM. I got to get this off my screen, Doc. Doc Murphy will be here in a few minutes. And
These guys are gruesome in here,
we're
man.
going over an injury, and it's not pretty.
Yeah, I don't like looking at that stuff. We'll get into some other injury situations, try to sort them out with Doc Murphy coming up next segment. Of course,
the NFL announced that they'll be playing a game on Wednesday, the opening week this year. Seattle will go on Wednesday, which they announced yesterday because, as everybody knows, the international NFL wants a game
that Thursday
because it's 10:35 a.m. Friday in Australia at 8:35 Thursday night in America Eastern Time.
So they're playing. They're playing at 10:30 in the morning over there.
Yes, 10:35 a.m. It's 17-hour difference.
I mean, it's a 17 game. This just seems so out of line with what parity is supposed to be in the NFL.
It's.
I mean, that's
and again, we know where they've freely admitted this. Okay. As far as the international thing, it's just unfair to
play it in the preseason. Those jokers don't know the difference.
Pretty much, it's just a little odd, and I don't know. I guess the biggest issue is if you're the players. You know,
is that Rams-Niners, by the way?
Yes.
I mean, that's just it. Why does Australia get? I don't understand.
And I don't know which one is it. Is it L.A.? I think L.A.'s losing the home game. Which, I mean, they would probably counter with, look, there's more Niner fans at that game than Rams fans, so shut up. Why do you care?
By the way, 10:30 in the morning, you just said, is 8:45. Eastern, it's 5:45 where these guys are from. That's another 3 hours on their clock that's weird.
Right. So anyway,
that's weird.
Here's the deal. Way back when we first started floating the idea of we got to go worldwide. Okay, I get it. You know, it's all about greed and money. Sure it is. Making money. They're not quite making enough, you know, that billion-dollar industry. Probably not pulling in enough cash. But look what happened. So we'll get a team in London. Well, we went through that, and the NFL saw that, you know what, this is next to impossible. We can't get a team over here. Logistically, it's just there's no way. It's not doable. What can we do? I know. We'll have every team play an international game every year, which on paper seems fine, but at some point, you know, now we got games on Wednesday. We're going to have games. The the schedule's going to really start to shift this year.
Well,
it's really going to change. We got that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We're going to have a game. So basically, we're going to start having a game. My point goes back to player safety. And, I mean, you play a game on Sunday afternoon, and you're going to turn around and play a game on Wednesday?
I don't think they're going to have many of those.
Well, they're going to try not to, but eventually they will, Jeff. And this is where it's headed.
I don't know. I don't think they'll play a Wednesday after a Sunday. I think every time there's a Wednesday game, it'll be either somebody
coming
off.
They play Thursday after Sunday, no problem.
Yeah, well, that's another day. That's one more. Yeah, but to your point, it's easy to put the opener on Wednesday.
And
because because you do whatever you want.
And the next question is, how concerned are you about the product? Because guess what? When you play a game on Wednesday after Sunday, or even a Thursday after Sunday, they don't practice. There's no practices. Yeah. They don't do padded practices anymore. I mean, they're the best players in the world. I mean, is it,
I have a bigger problem with, like, if I'm the Rams or the Niners, that's a wonky game to be so important once we get to January.
Yeah.
And we're figuring things out.
It's really interesting.
And if you're the Rams, man, I mean, by the way, there's also this dirty little secret, not so secret. Somebody's stroking Kroenke a check outside of whatever the NFL thing is for him to leave his stadium and go play the Niners, his top rival.
Yeah.
Now, the good news is there'll be 5 less murders one September afternoon in Southern California. So there's that. That's good.
Now go look at how the NFL season ended in the NFC West this year with Seattle and LA and San Francisco, and it comes down to a play here or a play there. One of the teams went for 2. I mean, and so by going to Australia, that's a big deal, man. It's interesting how the league looks at it, and then ultimately it comes down to the last week of the season. Then sometimes you have teams that do the exact opposite and sit out their starters and such.
Back full circle to another Wednesday game on the schedule. I am in, I'm in the school that I'll take one Monday through Sunday. If it remains.
Yeah, I know.
I would love a Wednesday night game.
Yeah.
I love a Thursday night game. I'd leave Friday, Saturday alone. But if you can go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned.
And obviously, when every one of those games, NFL and college, it'll be interesting to see how much they want to start stepping on college's toes.
Well, it's also interesting to see just how much the gambling, the daily projection gambling has to do with it. Give a massive audience
for
one more day or night of action a week. And along those lines, did you see this story? 2 gamblers filed a lawsuit against the NFL, DraftKings, and FanDuel after developing an addiction that cost them over $2 million.
Okay.
Now, look, before you say, well, fat chance, I did notice that one of the social media giants is being held liable for the behavior of and negative impact on kids and the way they're presenting their products. So, I would say nothing's impossible. But anyway, the central issue of this case is the in-game micro betting option that allows users to wager on individual plays. Both men had managed to exercise self-control while gambling for over 20 years before things began to spiral after they got hooked on those live bets, with the former losing $1.83 million and the latter finding himself down about $175,000. So we'll see if that lawsuit has any legs.
Yeah. Find some legs. Dreamfinders Homes poll question is a simple one today. Brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. For this purpose, the official home builder of the Tampa Bay Rays. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Check them out, man. The homes are unbelievable. You can get great interest rate packages if you go to dreamfindershomes.com. They're in, 15 different locations?
15 of them things.
15 of them things, just like the Sabres not making the playoffs. Thank you. You found it.
Found it.
Are the Sabres making it this year?
Sabres went 32-6-2 over their last 40 games.
I knew that they were good, but then earlier in the year, I knew they were better because of Buffalo Tom. Yeah. But when I checked, they were still kind of on the bubble.
No, they're in first place.
Okay, good for them.
The Lightning are chasing.
How about that, Buffalo Tom?
Yeah.
Now, is there a Sabres Mafia also, or is that just Bill's?
I don't think there's a Sabre Mafia, but they're good because the Sabres, as you just heard, haven't made the playoffs in 15 years.
Wow.
So
that's
and
quite
they've gone
a drought.
from worst to first. It's opening day. Who's standing at season's end as champions? Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners, or other? Dodgers, Yankees. I went by Vegas odds. Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners are your top 3.
Yeah.
The Mets were 4th, so I didn't put them there because I didn't want to be.
I don't know.
Other.
like, I don't know what the best return on investment is these days, whether you're putting it crypto or your IRA, but do you get better than like 3-to-1 on your money in most investments? You'd be pretty happy if you got like a 300% return.
Are you kidding
me? Take your 401k and your retirement and any gifts that you can do. Start a mutual fund and a GoFundMe and put it all on the Dodgers at whatever to one they are, and just sit tight and wait till November, and you'll triple your money.
I think you go 40. I think you go other.
Yeah, you go ahead and go other, and I'll be collecting some cash. And when the Dodgers win their 3rd straight World Series, they are unbeatable.
You want to do $1,000 bet, you and me?
On the Dodgers?
Yeah, you get the Dodgers, I get the field.
Are you going to pay me 3-to-1? That's why I want the Dodgers.
Well, what does other pay?
You said 4. What do they pay exactly, by the way?
I have to look.
All right, forget the betting. I'm not putting anything. All right, my point is,
I hear you.
Overwhelmingly Dodgers. I'm not encouraging anyone to put their money in. I don't want to be involved in this lawsuit.
40%.
I heard him say.
40% have the Dodgers, 42.4 say other. Yeah. 11.8 Yankees, 5.9 the Seattle Mariners.
Yankees, and although I will say this, I think people in their head when they say other, or including the Yankees and the Mariners. The Yankees and Mariners should be higher than whatever that percentage is. The Mariners alone should be, 15 or 20, shouldn't they?
All right. That is the Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. You can vote for a couple more hours at the 1010XL site. Free the media mogul. Let's get Doc Murphy up next. Get him out of the green room. He's coming up next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
Okay, excellent show, everyone.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Big Number 1 Duval Ford. It's truck time in Jacksonville, and all month long, you can drive home a brand new 2025 F-150 with no money down, no payments for 90 days, and 0% interest for 60 months. That's right, a new F-150 with 0 down and 0% for 60 months. See all the deals now at DuvalFord.com, or just stop by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, 1616 Cassett Avenue today. It's truck time at Big Number 1 Duval Ford.
Hey, the investment landscape always changing. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITP Partners, man, one thing remains constant, and that's our commitment to your financial future. Consolidate those accounts. Roll over that 401k. Maximize your pension program. ITP is going to make your financial journey simple and smart. And those ITP partners are terrific. Trust, transparency, experience. That's what Dan Abel and Janice Cobb. That's what Reagan Wright and Reed Wingate bring. That's what Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman are all about. Get that money in motion, man. Don't let it sit. Let it grow. ITP Partners, stable, strategic, secure, easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call him 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, my financial partners for life. Security investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband and wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
To catch more fish, You gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services. And Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
March is full of upsets, but your oil change shouldn't be one of them. Don't gamble with your time in a waiting room. Go with a proven winner, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment, stay in your car, and a full-service oil change in 15 minutes. That's why Valvoline has a 4.7-star national rating and was named #1 quick lube in America by Forbes for customer service. Make the smart pick this March. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and built to win.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF and Northeast Florida area high schools.
Oh, that music can mean one thing or one of two things. A, The Departed is on, or B, it's time for Doc Murphy. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, nobody better, sc-ortho.com. It's a wonderful life. Just found out he spent 2 weeks in Alaska on a block of ice. I like that. And training.
Yeah.
We can talk about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What was that? Did you say Northern Warfare Training?
Northern Warfare School, yeah.
Northern Warfare School.
Yeah.
2
That
weeks.
was some big fun. Yeah.
You're my,
Hick,
you're my hero.
something tells me we would have failed that one.
Doc, I'll be gone in about 6 hours. Yeah, this doesn't work for me. I'm going to head home.
Oh, you mean by northern, you mean cold. I'm going to take a pass.
Yeah.
If I wanted to leave, would there be someone to take me home or no?
No, there wasn't any ringing the bell or raising your hand. There was no white flag there. Yeah, you're in. Yeah. Not getting off the island.
We've got some stuff to jump into. I want to mention one very relevant March Madness injury, though, and that's Iowa State. Their best player, they beat Kentucky without. This Joshua Jefferson cat who missed the last game. He's, quote, continuing to progress. Had an ankle injury in the first round. That would have been a week ago, but it was bad enough to keep him out on Sunday. But if we're not dealing with high ankle, we're probably taping that thing up, and he'd be good to go. I think Iowa State gets Tennessee first, right? And then they'd have Michigan in the Elite Eight. So, you could push the envelope a little bit with Tennessee. I would expect Iowa State to beat Tennessee. But when it comes to just your garden variety ankle injury, what are most dealing with?
Well, and you've seen these before where most of these guys have had ankle sprains. It's not the first one.
Mm-hmm.
First one's bad. You had your first one. You remember that one, right?
Sure.
That hurts crazy, swells up big. They've had that one. Now this one is kind of twisting my ankle. It hurts. A lot of those can come back quicker than you think. So, in 2 weeks, not unlikely that he's back, taped up, and back at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doc, I showed you the Moses Moody injury. He played for the Golden State Warriors only because I don't know much about Moses Moody, but it was a gruesome injury. I got a picture of it I showed Doc. Do you want to see it, Jeff?
No. I don't like that.
That kneecap is like up near the thigh. I don't know how that happens. And he was just going up to dunk a basketball. So what happens and then what? I mean, what do we do? Surgery, we shove the thing back down? Is it unattached? What do we do there?
Well, he tore his patella tendon, the tendon that connects his kneecap to his tibia.
Okay.
So the quadricep muscle goes to the kneecap goes to the tibia with this tendon.
Yeah.
And he tore that one.
Yeah.
Which allows the kneecap to kind of ride up into the thigh, which is what the picture is. So the kneecap's not where it's supposed to be. It's kind of riding up there a little bit.
Do we immediately shove that kneecap back down, or do we?
Well, it ain't,
what do we do?
it ain't shoving back down.
It doesn't shove back down?
No, you gotta cut that open.
Okay, that's not like popping a shoulder back into place.
No. If it goes out to the side and dislocates, you pop it back in.
Okay,
and you rip the ligament that goes on the inside of the knee to the femur. This one, you rip the ligament that the tendon that connects the two, and so that needs surgically repaired, which seems simple, but when that thing tears and you open it up, it's not some clean cut tendon that you just sew the two ends together and it looks real pretty. When it ruptures like that, it's like the end of a mop. So there's two mop ends that you're going to try and sew back together, and it looks terrible when you're done. It's a big scar ball, and so with that, you lose some push-off power with that because it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's never going to be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to bother him.
One of the Googans asked me to ask you about Achilles tendon enthesopathy. Have you heard? Do you know that? Achilles tendon enthesopathy?
Yeah, you get an osteophyte and where it attaches to the
pain at the insertion of the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, where it attaches to the heel. You get a little overgrowth of bone.
Okay.
You can manage that a lot of times with therapy and stretching.
Okay.
But sometimes you actually have to remove that little ossicle and then reattach the tendon.
Okay. So what do? You try to treat it for a while, and then if it just continues to,
for sure, you would treat that. And there's a small risk of that, higher risk of rupturing because of that if it's inflamed chronically.
Okay. What happens when a lung collapses? What caused it to collapse, or the injury that precipitated the collapsed lung, was a basketball player, Cade Cunningham, a very good one, an MVP candidate, diving for a loose ball, kind of landed on the ball. It for all of the contact sports we see and guys jumping, collapsed lung is not an injury that happens very frequently. So when it does happen, what is a realistic time of recovery and until you can play? What goes into recovery for a collapsed lung?
Well, what happens when the lung collapses is air gets between the lung and the rib cage, and it compresses. So it basically deflates like a balloon, and you need to get it to reinflate. And to do that, you need to get the air that's in that cavity out of there. So you put a chest tube in and suck the air out of that to reinflate the lung.
Okay. Is that pretty intrusive, or is that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're making an incision above the rib and putting a tube in there to get
how long does it take when the player suffers the injury and thinks something's just not feeling right? How long is it to take till you determine it could? I mean, because initially, right, you're probably thinking cracked rib or bruised rib,
and it may have been too. That could cause it. But some of these guys, these real tall guys, have Marfan syndrome or some similar form of that, where they're so long and elongated that they're predisposed to getting these little areas called a bleb, where there's a little bubble there in the lung, and they're more likely to have that injury and have the lung collapse. But be that as it may, to answer your point, it's going to be probably 3 weeks at minimum to get it to stick back down to stay inflated. That there's
you got it. You're an athlete. You're running up and down the NBA court. Does a collapsed lung have? Is it less able? Is it less productive?
Oh yeah, if it's collapsed, you're feeling it. You're
like for how? So when are you playing at your normal, energy level?
Well, you feel it initially, and they're like, you just got a hurt rib, and it's like, hey, dude, when I take a big breath, I can't catch my wind. Yeah. And then they get the X-ray and see the lungs deflated.
Yeah. Well, once they reinflate it, I'm saying, how much time are you talking about until you're going full speed pre-collapsed lung?
Yeah, that's probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so they should be okay, but they are falling down the standings, and his MVP case takes a complete hit. Strained oblique, tell me how that happens, because in Atlanta, I hear it's slang for can't hit 94 on the radar gun. So Spencer Strider is coming back from arm injury. And despite saying that throwing 92 or 3 is fine, it's part of the process, and despite pretty much hiding him against minor leaguers for 8 1/3 this spring, magically right before the season starts, he's got a strained oblique, Doc, and that'll keep him out for how long? Tell me.
Boy, that's a core injury. Okay. And, rotationally, when those pitchers throw, there is some rotation involved in that pretty significantly, right?
So 2-3 years probably for Strider. Yeah.
So to actually recover from that, if they rest him and sit him down and do some therapy, it's probably a month at most.
Okay. Terrific.
I think maybe the opposing teams want Strider in the rotation.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean,
if he's going to pitch like he did last year.
Well, last year was the first year back, and he was, I think he's pitching more now. At the end of last year, it's kind of a dirty
He was
secret.
better?
Yeah, he was better at the end of the year, but still never popped. I mean, Spencer Strider's not going to be a dominant pitcher. He's not throwing 99 or 100. That's a fact. That's what he does.
Yeah.
But can you get that back 2 years later? Can it be a building, or, he had the one, then he had the brace core deal, whatever y'all call it. Will he get back? Can he get back to 100 again?
Yeah, if he was there before, there's no reason he couldn't. If his injury
so maybe they rushed him back, and that's why a year and a half later he can't hit 96.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. When
probably that core.
I don't know about core injury causing that.
Yeah,
I'd be looking at shoulder, elbow more than his core.
Got that strained oblique. That's what it is.
Maybe we ought to have. Can we have surgically repair that and just keep him out for about 6 months?
Well, there are core injuries that get repairs. It sounds like this isn't one of those.
More the merrier. All right, Doc. Appreciate you.
Anything else, Doc?
Go Pirates, Doc.
Hey,
go Pirates.
You should be excited about the Pirates. They're not bad this year.
Go Pirates.
They play the Mets today.
Who knew? Yeah, 30
Pirates
years,
Mets
30 years
today.
later.
Did I pick I picked just about every dark horse candidate into the postseason. I put the Pirates in there too. I may have.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, nice.
Is Doc Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Nobody better than our friend, the doctor, se-ortho.com for all your orthopedic needs. We're back with more next here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, this is 1010 XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Gold and silver prices are near all-time highs. If you have old jewelry just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants to buy it. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is in the First Coast area Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance. Get cash in your hands for your unused jewelry. More info? Visit estatesroadshow.com or follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming local events and locations.
When it's game time, make feeding the crowd easy. Chicken Salad Chick serves fresh Southern-style chicken salad, flavorful sides, and crowd-favorite catering trays. Order ahead at chickcatering.com or visit one of 4 area locations today.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Nimnik Chevrolet is proud to be an 8-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnik forever, and they really are that good. For 3 generations, Nimnik's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnik. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-7098.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-7098. That's 800-575-7098.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, Jacksonville, David Garrard here. If you want a street legal golf cart that's built with quality and style, check out Dynamic Drives and Designs in Jacks Beach. They have new, used, and fully customized carts from the top brands like Atlas, Dodge, and Pilot Car. Every cart gets a complete expert inspection, so you know it's ready to hit the road. Their team can help you design the perfect custom cart that fits your style and needs. For your custom golf cart, visit DynamicDrivesDesign.com today and see your perfect ride.
I was born in Louisiana.
The Legends 90th birthday celebration. Live. Buddy Guy, 90. Saturday, August 22nd, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. Former Gator Anthony Richardson, upside is still crazy, but Indy never unlocked it. And if he's really on the move, some analysts say Jacksonville might be the spot where that talent finally pops. Florida State sophomore Javen Boggs is finally healthy. After an injury-filled freshman year, the young wideout says he's confident, comfortable, and ready to push for a bigger role this spring. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson. Currently, it's 8:05 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned because there's more with the drill next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back here on the drill. Listen, we get to that time of year outside of football, and
that time of year
we delve into some series and some movies, and we'll occasionally drop in some observations from something that we've seen.
Okay.
You guys know, or you probably know by now, I'm a sucker for like disaster movies. I like plane crashes and and boating accidents and tsunamis. I like those movies where you get trapped or just issues and you overcome. That don't always have happy endings, however. And my two good loves, one of disaster movies and one of sports, intertwined yesterday. I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of names and see if you remember them. Do you remember a name, Marquise Cooper?
Marquise Cooper.
Do you remember the name at all, Marquise Cooper? He won a Super Bowl, I believe, with the Bucs. He played a few years.
Okay.
I think maybe he was USF. USF football player.
A little familiar.
It's definitely not hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No, not that guy.
No.
Another guy.
Not Omar Cooper, the wide receiver from Indiana.
That's correct.
It's not Andre Cooper, the talented wide receiver basketball star from the Fletcher Beach Rats.
That's correct. It's okay. Neither of those.
None
two.
of those.
That's right. It's
not Willie Cooper from St. Augustine.
No.
Yeah,
shout
receiver.
Out.
Yeah.
Cooper Loop.
Safety.
Yeah. That's right.
It's not Cooper Loop from the movie.
It's not him. It's not hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
He said that.
Oh, he said that one?
Okay.
Yeah.
None of those.
Well, and when we get a little deeper in the story,
Marquise Cooper.
Well, when we get a little deeper in the story, it's going to be a name that you're going to have a great regret that you said and lightheartedly had fun with.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So I'll just go ahead and maybe get off the Cooper track here for a second.
Let's stop.
Corey Smith's another football player. That's a popular name, so you may not remember him, but he played for the Raiders. And well, and I had forgotten this story. I remember it basically when it happened, but I'm going to take you back to 2009, I believe the year was. Maybe 2012.
All right.
And those two, and then two other former either like teammates or workout partners named William Bleakley and Nick Schuyler.
Okay.
Went out on Marquise Cooper's fishing boat off of Tampa.
This is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, one of them. Cooper was also on the 0-16 Lions team.
This was not. They made a movie out of this.
That's right. I watched the movie yesterday.
It. How was it?
It was good. It was emotional for me, just dealing with the families dealing with it, the players and their bond, the way it's not a happy ending.
They didn't rescue him.
Not all of them.
No.
Not all of them. Spoiler alert, the movie's quite old now.
Yeah.
So but one of them made it out. I won't tell you which one, but I mean, just the story itself and the mistakes that were made in the decisions to go out there. But it was also, it would appeal to a sports fan because the movie at its core in the beginning, it's set up as the bond between these dudes.
Right.
Working out together, the slogans. A couple of them were NFL. The other two dudes were just buddies.
Yeah, I remember.
They played college with. And they had gone off of Tampa. They went out of Tampa Bay area.
Yes.
And they had gone out to Cooper loved to fish. Like that was his deal. That was his bag. He loved to get out in nature. He said when he lived west, he liked to go out in the desert and just hang out in the desert by himself. He's just one of those dudes. And he had a fishing spot. And they went out to it, and a storm kind of blew in, and almost a hurricane-level tropical storm.
Yeah.
They got caught, capsized the boat, and then it's the story of being out there for 24 to 48 hours, depending on when, of trying to survive and then the emotional toll on the families back waiting, the Coast Guard that continued to try and find them.
When something like that happens, really it comes down to almost pure dumb luck to find them. It's like sometimes it's finding a needle in a haystack because the currents can move you. The water is huge. It's We talked to the one time.
Yeah,
remember
we had a local
show,
crew.
We had a local crew.
They were like 50 hours lost at sea, hanging onto a cooler. They came in and
told the story.
Yeah. It was an awesome radio story. Yeah, we talked to them for like an hour. You know, it was cool. Well, two things about two things about it that helped them, at least in the search, was one, they found they were able to find the GPS, through the wife at the house of the coordinates of where his fishing hole was.
Okay.
So there's that, but then there's the second thing that is just caught twice.
Right by him.
Once when they're all four were still alive.
I think I saw it in a preview.
Yeah, they just fly right over them, man.
Yeah, you don't see him.
But you're in the middle of it. You can't see further than 20 feet, I guess, in front of them.
You're waving.
Yeah, and then later when it wasn't still all for them, but another time, I mean, they were right there on them and they didn't see them. And then they found the GPS and ultimately they found, but again, they didn't all survive. I'll leave it at that if you want to go check. I think it was called Not Without Hope. Does that sound right? The name of the movie, but
it reminded me too of former Gator.
Yeah.
Brad Culpepper. He hung on to a buoy out in the middle of the Gulf, I think, for a while. I think it was him and his dad.
Did you see his son died?
He did. Knox. It was terrible. He was in a Knox was a really good high school quarterback in Tampa. He ended up going to Syracuse. Played some, not a whole lot. But he beat testicular cancer when he was like 20 years old.
So I remember that story.
And then, and he and he lived life. He loved to do stuff. And he was like, I don't know, dirt bike riding or ATV.
I was going to say, I thought it was.
And up in Georgia, and he got in an accident and he passed away. He was 28 years old.
I saw.
He's cousins with Cade Curlin, who plays baseball at Florida. So it was a very sad story.
I saw, Culpepper, who went on to become an attorney, and by the way, looks nothing like the old Brad Culpepper. He's thin, he's
Brad he went on Survivor
twice.
with his wife.
Yeah, he went on with his wife, and then he went back like a heroes versus villains episode, and he was competitive then, and you could see why he maybe fell into the villains category. He kind of rubbed people a little bit, but in fact, when he was on Survivor, he was wearing a Syracuse ball cap, so I assume it was while the son was at Syracuse. So this would, it would have been 8-9 years ago, maybe.
Yep. So,
that movie sad. About those, and there's been another one. There was another one where they another
lost
accident similar lost at sea. Remember the Kessler brothers that happened to?
That's right.
And then we also had the one. Remember your guy Bison Delay? Didn't we lose him to a lost boat somewhere?
He had a strange
Brian Williams, who was a lefty, and then he changed his name to Bison Delay.
Yeah, he was
a good player, all-star player.
There was a lot more involved in that.
Yeah, he was kind of.
Shout out to the we haven't mentioned this, but it's nice. It's a great story for our city. The Jaguars on Wednesday opened their 75,000 square foot business operations office, one tower court, downtown Jacksonville's first multi-tenant Class A office building built since 2007. The team, the business side of things, occupy the second through the fourth floors, but they also have office space that's almost full already. So
the question I have about that is. Only football will be in the new stadium. Like all of the other Jaguars
they're
staff.
They're in the Miller Electric Center.
That's the football part, but I'm just saying. So the new stadium won't have now. All those positions are.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
a good question. I don't know.
Right? If you walk into the main doors, there's offices. And
not anymore. They're all moved out.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So the Jaguars have a different. Like before, the address for the Jaguars was the stadium.
Yes.
And now the business address, I assume, will be.
Yes. So it's interesting. Speaking of TV shows, I watched one on Netflix, and I just happened. This is truth test, truth hat on here. My wife was watching it. I came home. I watched about 5 minutes. I said, "Oh, this is interesting," and it was 8 episodes, so I fast forward through a lot of it. But I wanted to see how it ended up. But it's called it's a bachelor show. It's called Age of Attraction, and what they do is they take like 40 people. You're not allowed to say your age. And you see who connects. And then we followed like 5 or 6 couples, okay? And to the very end of the show, and then they have like a bachelor-like moment where there's a commitment ceremony. So in other words, 40-year-old E's with 22-year-old so-and-so. 27-year-old Bill is with 54-year-old Jenny. And so there's like these 6 couples.
I think the concept behind it is to take what's already a difficult endeavor and having 2 people really cruise and throw something that'll make it even harder.
And so it is. And so I just wanted, so I fast forward to the end because I wanted to see the 6 couples were left and how many committed and how many didn't. And so one dude was just cold. He dumped her. She was 41. He was 26. And he said, I'm ending it. I can't commit. I need your commitment ring. Give it to me. And off they went. It was cold breakup. And so that was really the only one. The others all said, oh, let's stay committed, blah, blah, blah. But the good thing is on April 1st, the reunion. And I don't think any of them work out.
Yeah.
So it'll be fascinating to see. Of course they don't.
If you try and peddle your love wares on national TV, it never works out. Even the ones that they say have and appear to did, in fact, not work out.
Tristan and Ryan.
Yeah, I still don't believe.
Tristan and Ryan, the very first
what about,
one.
How's Jesse and his bachelorette doing?
I don't know Jesse.
Jesse Palmer.
Or Jesse just went through him like...
remember Jesse Palmer?
Yeah, Jesse just roared through him. He wasn't there for a wife.
That's
he was
right.
there to...
MSL, baby.
Yeah, he was there
I
for
would imagine
MSL.
most were. I mean, the show...
That's what... He would be MSL.
The show...
He would be a fraud.
He would go right to the cabin.
He would be a fraud.
Straight MSL, baby.
Yeah. He would go to the producers and say, hey, man, can we get through all the sorting and just take them to the cabin part of the program? I'll pick 4 right now. I don't need to meet any of them.
I'll say this. If E wasn't about to get engaged,
we'd put him on The Bachelor.
We would put him on The Bachelor. He would be a great Bachelor.
The Bachelor just gives you sordid story after sordid story. Like
he would be so good.
Every single season of The Bachelor ends with he's in there drinking cold water, man.
What happened?
There's a big.
Did you like my line?
Did we talk about the big controversy with this one? They had to boot this Bachelorette. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she didn't even make it to the start.
Yeah.
Apparently,
well, they filmed it, but they ain't going to show it.
Well, apparently,
it's going to be the Bachelor of the Lost series.
They put Law and Order on in place.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Apparently, it's not a good idea to have the subject of your Bachelorette show have a restraining order out against them. That's probably not the kind of level-headed love you're trying to foster.
She, in fact, will go down in history because she took down 2 shows. With one false swoop.
Like, what was she like? Some sort of
the
Mormon wives
thing?
The
Mormon wives.
How'd she take that one down? Beating up her husband?
Yeah, they can't show. She's they collapsed both series. And we laugh because they get what they deserve. That stuff.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. All right, we'll continue with the fun and frivolity. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Take us into the black hole.
They may not be able to beam you into the future, but they can make your ride home a lot more fun. Frank French and Hayes Carline.
The Frangie Show.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
Man, I tell you what, big fan of LFG, Live Forever Golf, and I've been talking about it, the company with Matt Every and others. They're just putting out tremendous lines. They're also great with their little promotional deals they'll put together. Like Kick and I have a Gator one, and there's some Jaguar themed ones. But right now I'm looking at the Passionate Patron Azalea collection drop. So it's kind of in line with the Masters, and they utilize some of the LFG logos with some of the colors that just scream spring golf. And I'm looking at shorts here and quarter zips and hoodies, and everything that you buy and get at Live Forever Golf is fit perfectly. So comfy, and it looks terrific, and any and everything you need is right there at liveforevergolf.com. So when you go to update that spring wardrobe, be sure to check out the Passionate Patron Azalea collection drop.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts. And at 1010XL.com. Trained by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Flash sale, Hicken here. Oh, you know I love a good flash sale. We got one right now from Zero Res. This week only. That's what a flash sale is. This week only. 15% off all cleaning. Yeah, 15 of them things, E.
15 of them things.
Thank you. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, hair ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be your household hero and book now. All you got to do, call 287-5727, 287-5727. Flash sale this week, only 15% off all cleaning this week only from Zero Res. Tell them Danny Boy sent you. Zero Res, you spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Liberty Landscape Supply is sponsoring Whiteout Cancer Night with the Jacksonville Icemen, Friday, April 3rd. Wear your Iceman gear in store and grab free game tickets while supplies last. Bring your ticket back with any $25 purchase and get a free 1-gallon plant. Liberty Landscape Supply has been making outdoor projects simple in Jacksonville for nearly 20 years. Find one of the 4 area locations at libertylandscapesupply.com.
It's your boy E to the T here, and the Clay County Fair turns 40 this year. The rides, the music, the fun, and of course, the food eating contest hosted by Team 1010XL. I'll be there too, looking for you. April 2nd through the 12th. Learn more at claycountyfair.org.
Hey, boat lover, the Boatanista is inviting you to the first ever Freedom Boat Club Boat Show. Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 3 at Trout Creek Memorial Park. Ever wondered, should I buy a boat? Or just join a boat club and skip the headaches? Well, now you can compare both in one place at the first ever Freedom Boat Club Boat Show, Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 3 at Trout Creek Memorial Park. Browse pre-owned and newly refurbished boats like Key West, Hurricane, and Scout, or talk with the crew about their Freedom Boat Club membership, or just come and take a free boat ride. Boat show pricing applies to both options. Preview the boats at affordableboating.com. Learn about membership at freedomboatclub.com. Just come see the boats April 11th, because life's better on a boat.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I want to shoot.
All right, welcome back. Hey, listen, the Googans are smart, and you were talking about that movie, and they mentioned this, and you can ask Captain Kevin Favor about this. I don't know because I'm not a fisherman, but they say an EPIRB, or an emergency position indicating radio beacon, is a must for small boat fishermen, small craft fishermen right now. A safety device costs about $400 to $1,600, it says. And it is designed to alert search and rescue services via satellite, so it works.
Especially if you're now look
in this day and age, it's probably a must.
Yeah, if you're among those, you don't go more than a couple of miles offshore ever. But like they were 70 miles out in the Gulf,
right?
And then it makes it even harder with the the hurricane-like conditions and trying to get them.
Weather in Florida, you know that. I mean, it can come on you quick.
Like I said, the dumb part was they should have never gone out. Like those, you may be watching this movie in Arkansas and not realize, hurricanes don't come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a hurricane anywhere near the Gulf and you're anywhere near the cone of uncertainty, you don't go 70 miles offshore. So it was an ill-advised trip. And by the time they were there already, back on shore, everyone was learning what a monster was coming. So yeah, anyway, to your point, the technology need to make sure you have that. I can't imagine how terrifying that would be.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine your
No.
boat capsizes? You're out in the middle of the cold ocean. It's wintertime. You're out in the middle of the cold ocean. The water temp was like 50-something degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Your boat is upside down. You're just clinging to it. You're in the middle of a hurricane, so the waves are 8-10 feet. It's just...
Boys, haven't we heard that Money Mayweather is back fighting somebody?
Pacquiao, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pacquiao.
And I thought it was somebody else before that, they said.
I'm going to read you this story, and they say this is true, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And this will not surprise any of you, but this is, frankly, a little bit disgusting.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Floyd Mayweather never wore a pair of underwear twice. He employed someone full-time whose only job was sanitizing his car collection each morning. If a car hadn't been wiped down, Mayweather wouldn't touch it. He spent $12,000 a week at one Japanese steakhouse every week for years. At a party, he threw $50,000 into a swimming pool to watch the strippers dive in after it. Floyd bought a $50,000 diamond-encrusted iPod, an $18 million watch with 260 carats of diamonds, a $10 million engagement ring for a woman who became his ex. The car habit got worse. 5 Bugattis, 16 Rolls Royces, a $5 million Koenigsegg. I don't know how. His assistant mentioned she just picked up his 33rd Mercedes from one dealership. Mayweather got tired of her borrowing his car, so he bought her one too. Then came the jets, a $60 million Gulfstream for himself, a second one for $30 because his entourage was annoying him on the first. The gambling was its own beast. $5.9 million on a single NBA game, 6 figures on the Little Caesars Bowl. He averaged $100,000 a week in bets. One year he reportedly lost $50 million. Thieves broke into his house, walked out with $7 million in jewelry Floyd kept spending. The IRS showed up wanting $22 million in unpaid taxes. Mayweather's lawyers told the judge his wealth was primarily liquid, asked the court to please wait 60 days because another fight was coming and he needed the purse to cover the bill. He paid, then he bought the second jet. Now it's 2026. The first jet is sold. A court-authorized creditor seized his Bugatti. His strip club owes back taxes. He still owes Logan Paul $1.5 million from 4 years ago. His team asked Showtime to open the books on his career earnings. Showtime said the records were destroyed in a flood. Mayweather's plan to fix everything, fight 59-year-old Mike Tyson in the Congo at age 49. Career earnings, $1.2 billion.
He's got nothing. He's having to fight.
Reports in early 2026 suggest Floyd Mayweather, despite career earnings over $1 billion, may be facing severe financial issues and debt, prompting his return to boxing for multiple exhibitions. Claims suggest he owes money to jewelers, the IRS, with alleged cash flow issues leading to lawsuits and the sale of assets.
Man lived at large for 25 years.
He was living large.
I don't know if you ask Floyd if he would do it all over again. I bet he would.
Absolutely.
If he's sitting where he
do
is.
it again. He would definitely do it again. They don't call him Money Mayweather.
Hey, man, some people's priorities are different. You're chasing a lot of stuff there. I don't know how you really, at the end of the day, how much,
He turned 49 last week. Considering the zillions of dollars Mayweather earned throughout his boxing career, money didn't need to keep fighting. But here we are in 2026, and the former 5-division world champion has 3 bouts lined up across the next 8 months. Tyson in April, Mike Zambides in June, and Manny Pacquiao in September. Mayweather, no stranger to tax, debt. Those kind of things happen when you forget to cash those crumpled $100 million checks.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Paul said, I didn't make as much money as you think fighting Floyd. He still owes me $1.5 million, maybe more. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in Dubai or the Middle East. This is my understanding, for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That company is suing him. In addition, Mayweather recently filed a $340 million lawsuit against Showtime. Hey, boy.
All right.
Money Mayweather.
We come back on the other.
What a story.
We come back on the other side. I'm going to pull you from the Gator malaise to at least, I don't know, let's take a little bit of a gander at some good Sweet 16 games that are on the table tonight. But we've been doing this a long time.
We got ball tonight.
We've been doing this a long time. We've covered sports and liked sports and any and everything in between.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen a bigger example ever of a coach or administrator or athlete leaving in utter disgrace and then returning dang near gloriously. It would be as if Jalen Ramsey came back and was gloriously received.
Like
Or
Urban coming back. to
Imagine
Jackson.
Urban coming, yeah, something like that. The
Ooh.
only difference is this guy was successful, but still, that and more from the college basketball when we return. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey, gang, you're getting up in the morning and you're getting out and going to work and your garage door's making some noise. It's getting a little loud. It's shaking. It's struggling to open. And then one morning, if you don't take care of it, it doesn't open at all. And that's the morning where you really need to be somewhere and you're running late. Oh, boy. Action Garage Door Services is there for you, though, man. Comprehensive garage door safety tune-up right now for $79. They'll inspect your springs, your rollers, your cables, lubricate all the moving parts, make the minor adjustments, and make sure your door is safe and running the way it should. And if not, you can get a garage door opener. And you can get a garage door. You get it all from Action Garage Door. That's what they're all about, servicing your garage door. They take great care of mine. They've been doing it for a lot of years now. I appreciate Jeff Bernard and his boys and the crew and what they've been able to do. How do you get to them? Just go garagedoor911.com. Type that in. It'll take you right to Action Garage Door. Garagedoor911.com takes you to Action Garage Door. Action Garage Door, premium parts, premium people, premium service.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and if you think Closets by Design is just closets, you've got to see their brand new showroom at Phillips & Emerson. It's amazing what they can do. See for yourself how they custom design organization for any space. Garages, laundry rooms, bedrooms, even the man cave. It's all about smart storage that fits your lifestyle and budget. Schedule an appointment to meet with a design consultant and tour the showroom for ideas you can see and touch. Start at closetsbydesign.com.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Attention men and women, if you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
You've always known Beard's Diamonds for, well, our diamonds. But have you heard about our watches? Beard's is proud to introduce a new and exciting selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex timepieces. If you've tried to find a Rolex these days, you know how hard it is. But Beard's has scoured the country to put together an incredible selection of pristine Rolexes, thoroughly inspected and fully authenticated. These are like new Rolexes, all the most popular models, GMT Masters, Submariners, Sky Dwellers, and more. Come in today and check out our new collection of amazing timepieces. And if you have a Rolex to sell or trade, Beard's buyers are here with top dollar offers. Beard's Diamonds, always looking for new ways to give our customers the finest quality and the guaranteed best value price. Locally owned and operated for more than 4 decades, Beard's is your trusted source for fine diamonds, exquisite designer jewelry, stunning engagement rings, and now the finest luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. Come find the Rolex of your dreams now. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I can't believe I'm not tipping it up against Nebraska tonight. My Gators. Can't believe we're not at the Toyota Center in Houston doing the show live with Todd Golden joining us. Can't believe it, but it's true. With that said, I like Texas plus 7.5 against Purdue. It's a pick 'em with Iowa, Nebraska. Nebraska 1.5 point favorite. I'd probably take Iowa in the 1.5. Boy, I like that Arizona minus 7.5 line. That's a good one. That's a good line. I don't know. You could convince me on Arkansas is playing good basketball. They've been playing good since the Gators destroyed them. I think I'm rooting for them, though, but I could see Arizona covering that. And then Houston, Illinois. Is it Houston's time at home? Got to go get it done.
Tough game.
They tend to do it.
Contrast of styles there. Illinois is a get up and down, score a lot of points team, and Houston, as always, with Kelvin Sampson, is going to try and play defense on you. I think the Texas magic just kind of runs out. Although, if there's a big name team that can beat God, it's always Purdue. They never go as far as they're expected to. But I mean, it feels like, and we'll see. I mean, Arizona hasn't been to a Final Four since Lute Olson was coach. It's been 25 years since Arizona went to a Final Four. That seems impossible. And Sean Miller, as good as he was at Arizona, never went to a Final Four. And it just feels like it's kind of their time. They have a perfect, roster, it feels like.
Yeah.
But you get these Elite Eight matchups are tough, man.
Yeah, they are tough.
Because that's the one thing about having all these big boys standing, my big boys, the Power Fives. When you get to the 8, literally anything can happen. UConn or Michigan State beating, Duke or St. John. There's no matchup there that would be incredibly surprising. I mean, mildly. But there is, of those 4 teams, if any one of those 4, I'm just looking at one and we can go to another. But if any of the 4 of St. John's, Duke, UConn, Michigan State, if any of those 4 were playing the other, it wouldn't be a huge shock if no matter who won. So I think we've kind of got a similar setup in some of the other ones. But, it's time to look at the brackets, man. I'm just bracket rooting at this point. Who we can?
Yeah, you got a bracket root now.
Get as many as you can through there and avoid the slapness. We don't need that. All right. I mean, I don't know your memory of the departure, but I would seem to have remembered calling it a disgraced exit from LSU, Will Wade.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Didn't he go out kicking?
We had the audio sound on Will Wade.
Didn't we even have the he went kicking and screaming, right? At one point he tried to keep his job, or it feels like it was way discombobulated. It was certainly one of those, he's gone, he may never coach again, never mind at LSU. But he went to McNeese State.
Yeah.
He rehabbed there. He took them to the tournament 2 years in a row and won a 12-5 game last year with Clemson. That got him the NC State job. He got NC State into the tournament, at least into the play-in portion of the tournament. They lost to Texas. And now, by all accounts, Will Wade and LSU seem destined for a reunion. That might be in my life, if I think about a player or a coach leaving.
I need to know.
And coming back.
I only got one question about LSU. Where in the blazes is all this money coming from?
I don't know.
Apparently, they got $15 million committed to the hoops team. They're buying out another coach. They gave Brian Kelly his $54 million. They're paying Lane $91 million. They spent more money on their football roster than anybody. They are millions and millions of dollars, man. So in that respect, and this is fair, in that respect, I tend to stick up for the players. I get it. Wait a second, man. How in the world you got this much money?
Well,
if you got all that money, man, we want some of it.
Well, they got it. They got more than their some.
And LSU ain't alone, by the way, Jeffrey. I mean, this isn't just
Texas Tech has done
it. Name the school.
Indiana.
All the schools in Texas. Indiana now has money. Listen, if I'm playing
Oregon is forever.
If I'm playing Division I sports, man, I want my cut. Now, on the flip side of that is the DJ Lagway story, which is sort of gross as well.
On the other side.
So
and there's also something to be said. I mean, with all due respect, as good as you are in getting your cut, these are men that have been doing and grinding and going for 30 and 40 years to get to these astronomical events. I mean, you're barely out of your base, your bedroom at your mama's house.
But those jackass hypocrites also sit there and I was down on Saban when he went up to the White House and tried to espouse while he's collecting 10, 12, 15 million a year, saying, we got to maybe get regulation on what meathead coaches get paid too. How about that? I mean, does any football coach need to make more than $5 million? Well, you say, Dan, it's supply and demand. Okay, well I guess so.
I think it's not just that. I do believe for dozens of universities across this country, they are known singly almost for their football program. I mean, no one's going to LSU because of their accounting school. I don't know the detail. I'm just telling you, they know LSU because of what they do in football and basketball. Alabama is a nice down-home school, but Alabama football is what defines the entire university.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I bet if you ask anybody in the world about anything about Alabama, they would answer their football team.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is that because of the coach or is that because of the school?
I think it's just because what you decide you want to be as the school.
Mm-hmm.
If that's where you want to spend, like if you want to spend your money, like Florida apparently does in research grants and international prestige.
Tell me name 5 great college football coaches
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Name 5.
I don't think there are 5 great college.
Okay.
Maybe week to week. I mean, to me, the greatest.
I agree.
Yeah.
There are no great.
Cignetti.
How many? Cignetti is a great college. Kirby is a great college football coach.
I would, and it's not fair, but I would not call Ryan Day a great college football coach.
Okay.
No, and he's also about to have 4 of the top 6 in the draft.
Yeah, I should have won a natty.
You lost it. Yeah, you got upset by Miami, and you made mistakes in doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I wouldn't call him great. I'd call him very good.
Okay.
I'd take him.
Who's great?
You
named 2, Smart and Cignetti.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So why
Right
these guys making $11-12 million a year?
Well, now it's because I guess what the football programs are producing revenue-wise. I'm sure they're not getting a bigger fraction than they've ever got. It's that the whole system has grown. Just like why do players, instead of getting $20,000 a semester, which would have been going overboard for them 10 years ago,
right?
Instead, make $3 or $4 million a year. I guess just because the whole machine is churning out, printing money.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't necessarily.
By the way, those NFL guys are the same. John Harbaugh's getting $20 million now.
Yeah, I know.
Andy Reid, $20 million.
Listen, at the end of the day, buddy, we pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why, opening days
That's
on Netflix.
why we got to have international games.
Yeah, right. You have to have them. You have to have them.
Have to.
If you're the
just don't have
the
another
NFL.
One. Unbelievable. John Calipari, 11-0-1 against the spread as an underdog in the NCAA tournament.
That surprises. Well, I guess maybe it doesn't. He Calipari's problems at Kentucky were when he kept losing to teams he shouldn't lose to.
Calipari when he was at UMass and Memphis and did great things. So
we mentioned 4 of the Sweet 16 games, the one that go tonight. There's a couple tomorrow, but how would you rate? What's the best Sweet 16 game?
The best Sweet 16 game?
We have 4 tonight. We've talked about them. Those are Arizona, Arkansas, Houston, Illinois, Nebraska, Iowa tonight, and then
St. John's Duke to me is the best.
The St. John's Duke?
Yeah.
That's
the one. If I can only watch one, that's the one I want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. I'd say another one that's a little
UConn, Michigan State. That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, it's a little bit different though. I'd like to look forward to watching Alabama, Michigan.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good one. 2, schools known for.
Listen, nobody has Alabama. I'll be rooting hard for Alabama because I don't have Michigan going. And I'm sure some people do. Like, I'm to the Sweet 16 now. I got to go strict bracket result. My team's knocked out.
All right.
So I got to, and when it comes to bracket and winning them, you sacrifice a team if it knocks somebody else further down the line.
Yeah, I'm anti-Duke and anti-Arizona. Is that who you have?
That's correct. That's what you would be.
Anti-Duke and anti-Arizona.
Right. Did you have Florida winning it all?
Of course I did.
Okay.
It's the alma mater rule. You didn't follow it this year.
Yeah, no, I followed.
Shame on you.
Well, I'd say
I'm a bigger Gator fan.
Probably good for me.
I'm a better Gator fan.
Okay.
You're going to be spinning that wheel, Gator fan.
I spin it.
Dang. I don't.
But I spin it with orange and blue running through my veins. Running through my veins.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Running through my veins.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Where were you?
We're going to go to break.
Forget to tell me a golfer withdrew again today.
This is the drill.
1010XL
92.5 FM.
ForceMenOnly.com studios. Short track, short stacks.
Oh, Lordy, what a mess.
This Sunday at Martinsville.
Gonna win at Martinsville.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infinity is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infinity? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Hey, don't buy a diamond in Jacksonville until you check out Beard's Diamonds. Hicken here. You're going to see a much bigger selection, higher quality than those chain store diamonds, and you'll get a better price. I had the Beard's experience, and I can't tell you how great. It was awesome, man. Walk in, scream shop, local shop, Beard. Say hi to the Lupos. They take great care of me. They took their sales folks are awesome. Locally owned for more than 40 years, man. They take care of the locals like me. They'll take care of you. Amazing reputation for value, honesty, and transparency. Free lifetime warranty, free maintenance, free sizing, free cleaning, free insurance appraisals. Beards loves our local heroes in uniform, too, by the way. Military, police, firefighters, nurses, 25% off every day, every purchase. Make sure you tell them. Nobody at Beards is paid on commission, so there's no pressure to sell you or upsell you. Take my advice and visit Beards. Shop local, shop Beards. That's what I say, and get so much more for your money. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
The action is heating up at Best Bet Jacksonville in April. The $500 buy-in, $100,000 guaranteed, no-limit hold'em tournament is back with 4 starting flights April 10th and 11th, all leading to the final day on April 12th, live streamed on Best Bet Live. Do you want another chance at big money? Don't miss the second chance $300 no-limit hold'em tournament, $30,000 guarantee at 2 p.m. on April 12th. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, Jacksonville, David Garrard here. If you want a street-legal golf cart that's built with quality and style, check out Dynamic Drives and Designs in Jax Beach. They have new, used, and fully customized carts from the top brands like Atlas, Dodge, and Pilot Car. Every cart gets a complete expert inspection, so you know it's ready to hit the road. Their team can help you design the perfect custom cart that fits your style and needs. For your custom golf cart, visit dynamicdrivesdesign.com today and see your perfect ride.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Sullivan from Cycles of Jax. If you're looking for bikes that are designed with precision engineering and innovative features to ensure every ride is a memorable one, then you need to check out what Honda has right now, Ready to Ride. From touring bikes designed for long-distance comfort to compact models perfect for city commutes, each motorcycle promises an exceptional riding experience. See us on Instagram and Facebook at Cycles of Jax. It's all in our showroom, so come check us out.
The price of gold is soaring and the price of silver is near record highs. If you got gold or silver just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed, just walk in. Get a free appraisal and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware stamped 925. They're buying coin collections, gold, silver, foreign, and domestic. Plus, they've been in business over 35 years with thousands of happy customers. Licensed, bonded, state-certified scales, highest tech equipment, employees with GIA certification. The Estates Roadshow is happening in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance, Sunday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more info, call Marshall at 609-781-6559 or go to estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming events.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to the program. Busy day down in Gainesville. Gators having pro day down there, so we'll see how that goes. They got practice early, and then they'll have pro day. So Let's see who's in the pro day today. Caleb Banks is in the pro day.
That's probably all about how well you're getting around on that. Is it foot?
Yeah.
Broken foot?
Austin Barber from Jacksonville being pro day today.
A
couple
Slaughter,
other guys
probably?
I've never heard of. George Gums, Damian George, Devin Moore, Tyreek Sapp, Jake Slaughter. Boy, Tyreek Sapp, man.
They're going to listen.
That guy. You want to talk about look like Tarzan, play like Jane? I mean,
These aren't
he
day
did not
one-
have a good year last
These
year.
aren't day 1 or 2s, but I'm hearing a lot of guys are going to be drafted. It's going to be another year where 6 or 7 Florida players will be drafted.
Trace Mack, who I think can kick in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was a good kicker for us.
Yeah.
J. Michael Sturdivant, Brian Taylor, Rocco Underwood, long snapper, all in part of the pro days.
I
today.
saw a mock draft. I don't know whose it was. So many of them come and go across your screen as you get through the day that had Sturdivant as like a 7th rounder to the Jags.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But yeah, that happens today. That's not near the. You want the pro day like in Columbus?
Well, yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier.
I asked this earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Would it not be smarter for them to coordinate and not do Alabama and Ohio State on the same day? Like from an NFL perspective, right? You're going to have probably the top of your chain at each of those workouts. A lot of teams do. And if you do them on the same day, obviously you can't be 2 places at one time. But if I'm certain GMs, you might want to be at each of those.
On the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, hey guys, I consider Joe Mazzulla to be the top NBA coach currently. Am I wrong? He's a very good coach.
Yeah, he's a good. I don't know if we can claim tops yet, but very good, especially considering there were many, and I wasn't in this group, by the way, that didn't have Boston even in the playoffs this year. I never believed that. I never believed. I even said it. You're telling me Atlanta's better than Boston? Yeah, sure they are. When everyone was picking the Hawks, who are finally starting to at least live up to some of those preseason, prognostications, but Boston's still well ahead of them and better. And Tatum's really not playing well. That's kind of like the little whispered rumble of you're trying to, incorporate him back in. They won one with him, right? Yeah, Boston won with Mazzulla a couple years ago. Very good coach. There aren't many coaching right now who have him.
Well, here's the thing. The NBA is very much about the players. How good a coach is Steve Kerr right now?
Right. Well, correct.
Yeah. How good is he when he had
Well, I think that is the argument.
best backcourt in the NBA?
That's the argument, I think, for Mazzulla, though. He hasn't.
Right.
And he's made stars out of,
JB Bickerstaff had opportunities. He didn't do anything. Now he's in Detroit with a good team.
Well, I immediately think about title-winning coaches, and to your point, and that's not just the current ones, but all the title-winning coaches had better players than everyone. Whether you're Phil Jackson or Popovich or Steve Kerr's got multiple, Spoelstra's got 2. Yeah. But I think you get credit, up in Boston that they won. Despite the injuries and departures.
When you were off, we had this observation. I don't know as much about the NBA, so me and E were talking about it, though. And there's 2 franchises that shocked me. We talked about 2 franchises on one particular day. We had mentioned the Sabres earlier in the show. We talked about the Sabres, and then we talked about the Portland Trailblazers, because I noticed that the Portland Trailblazers were at that time, I don't know what they are now, 34-36. But they had the same record as the LA Clippers. So in my mind, the LA Clippers have a heck of a lot more talent than the Portland Trailblazers. Heck of a lot more talent. So I couldn't believe that they had the same record. And so I thought, well, Tyronn Lue must not be doing a great job this year. Now, look, you deal with a lot of stuff in the NBA with the players because they're, some of them are nutty. But Portland, Portland's leading.
They got those young guys.
Portland's leading scorer is that kid who was a Wizards.
Avija, I think is they pronounce it.
Yeah.
He's been very good. He's an all-star this year.
Isn't he Israeli, right?
Not positive, but I believe so.
Okay.
But
he was like the 5th pick in the draft a few years ago, but he's scoring like 20 a game now.
The UConn kid has played well.
The big guy.
The big guy.
Yeah. So anyway, my point being though, those are 2 names that are not high on the list in the NBA. Okay, and they're the same record as the team that has Kawhi Leonard.
Well, what happened? You see what happened? What happened with the Clippers is they had injuries and personnel issues early, and they started like terrible.
Yeah, but then they came on like gangbusters. Then they tailed off again.
They've somewhat tailed.
Yeah,
they're I believe ahead of the Blazers now.
Are they?
Let me look at the standings here.
Well, they're both 34-36 on the particular day.
Well, right now, and now the Clippers are 37-36, and Portland's 37-37.
Okay.
They've each won a couple 3 in a row. They're in that no man's land. I can just tell you, as a Hawks fan, you don't want to be in. I shout out to the Magic and the Hornets and the Bulls and the Heat. I've seen y'all down in that play-in an awful lot through the years as well. So you don't want to be down in there. You want to be sitting at the 5 or the 6 and know you got a matchup coming up. And so that's what I've been watching for Atlanta. But I bring that up because Clippers and Portland are in the play-in. It's kind of set, man, because the bad teams, like, if you're in the 10, you're in the 10. So these play-in teams act like they don't care. And because they know they're in, and they'll just deal with whether they got to win 1 game at home or 2 on the road or whatever it says. Odds are, if you're like if you're down in that 7, Portland ain't winning at all.
Do you know who Scott Green is? Scott Green. You know that name?
Is he related to Torian Green?
He is not related to Torian Green nor Lamont Green, the former FSU linebacker.
Yeah, it's E.G. Green's son.
No. Scott is the executive director of the NFL Referees Association.
Okay, good for him. Yeah,
he's not happy.
That's too bad, Scott.
The NFLRA negotiating team showed up. It's supposed to be a start of a 2-day session, a little collective bargaining agreement working with the league. Unfortunately, it was soon clear the NFL did not arrive with the same level of commitment.
Well, here's what happened. There was a meeting. I heard about this right before the NFL left, and they're all getting ready to get on the plane. They said, where are we going again? We're going to see the rest. And what are we going to do that again for?
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are terrible. You refs are terrible.
NFLRA offered a counter to the most recent proposal, which was rejected. We asked that they respond to our offer with the goal of making forward progress.
Yeah, no more. You're all fired. How about that? We're going to start over.
Yeah, nobody cares.
We're going to go with AI, robots, computerized technology. We'll never miss a call.
This is a tough one if you're Scott Green. This is a tough job.
Yeah, hey, Scotty.
Trying to get the NFL to even give you one inkling of what you want.
You know what? It's a tough game. It's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
We'll give you $10,000 a game, whatever that equals.
Yeah.
You make 170, 180 grand. If not, the cheerleaders are doing it for free. So you want to be a part of the NFL? We'll pay you $10,000 a game, like you're reffing over there at MAA. Leave us alone.
Barry Bonds was doing baseball last night. Did you hear what he said?
I saw what he said. I wasn't listening. I don't know when all of a sudden, Barry Bonds is the author of authenticity, but okay. I heard what he said.
Well, he said he would have signed with the Yankees, but George said you got to sign by 2:00.
And then I believe who does he think he is?
Yeah.
Right. I think he was always going to San Francisco from following it then, knowing the tie in there. It felt like San Francisco was always going to win that bidding war. But there's also this: the Yankees really needed him, huh? Because understand, when Bonds left for San Francisco, that was right before the Yankees, won the. What'd they win? Probably 4 in 7 years.
Right.
That was right then. That was the Jeter team. That was that team that Bonds would have been joining. So I don't know who they grabbed instead, or who would have been the big free agent. They kind of they did it with Jeter and homegrown, didn't they? Bernie Williams, Posada. Who was the other slugger on that team? Was it who was it? Was it Sheffield? Maybe who was it?
Well, it went through different guys.
I'm trying to.
Bernie was a mainstay. Posada was a mainstay. Jeter was a mainstay.
Paul O'Neill.
Paulie was a mainstay. Tex was in it, right?
Yeah, that's what Teixeira was there. Yeah. But no, Charlie Hayes was kind of the third baseman though, wasn't he? At least for one. Brocious.
Those guys weren't.
Wasn't there a second? Like, who was the second biggest star to Jeter? Am I forgetting somebody? Or it's just 3 good ones?
Was it the pitchers?
Yeah.
I mean, Clemens and Pettit.
Yeah.
And, so.
But they did it like it was Bernie and Posada. And And Jeter was ahead of those guys, right?
He signed like Giambi and all this different
Giambi, that would be one. I'm just wondering who is like the 40. There's got to be more in that lineup that was winning all those titles. I should know. I had to watch him.
Yeah.
Great despair. Beat us not once but twice. Ugh. Not the kind of baseball talk I want to get the season started with.
What are we doing?
Let's turn our attention to the 9 o'clock hour.
Talking ball is what we're doing.
Y'all love the 9 o'clock hour.
Tino was part of those teams,
Tino,
right?
Okay, Tino Martinez. There you go.
Straw was on.
What about
Matsui? What about your boy Leyritz?
Hideki Matsui.
Don't forget him.
Yeah, how would you ever? Hideki Matsui, is he on those teams?
Hideki Arabu.
Yeah, also. The Toad, they called him. Yeah. Back then, you could just do that to people. Just nickname him the Toad. You think they look like a toad? He's Toad.
They also had Mike Stanton, the pitcher.
He didn't do. Did he do anything against us?
I just saw his name and I was like Mike Stanton. Giancarlo.
Oh, yeah. But Mike Stanton was a Brave.
Yeah,
like that's where
he was on the Yankees. Though.
Yeah, I know. He had his best success probably with the Braves. He probably also an Indian, maybe Cleveland Indian back in the day. All right, 9 o'clock hour is next. We're going down a rabbit hole
Pedro
here.
Cohn, Mario Rivera.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Serving Jacksonville since 2007 and proud to do it.
You guys must have some seriously cool stories to tell.
1010XL, your hometown station.
It's time to upgrade your ride at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Trade your Tesla for the ultimate luxury. Experience a brand new Cadillac EV.
At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have over 33 stunning EVs to choose from.
Feel the power and enjoy a range that takes you farther than ever before.
You love your Tesla, but it's time to elevate your ride. Pick the color and drive away today.
Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, where luxury meets performance. Visit us today.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
There's a lot of players. Hey, Hickett here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Listen, guys at Beaches Dermatology, nope, better for all your skincare needs and all your skincare products than Beaches Dermatology, man. They want to remind you, take care of that skin, though. Protect it. Great time to get it checked out before the summer gets here if you need to. Also, this reminder, Dr. Blake Boudreau seeing patients at our Atlantic Boulevard office starting in April. That means no matter what part of town you live in, Dr. Boudreau has you covered as he travels all 4 of our locations. I go to the one off Solano Road. I've been seeing Dr. Metz and the other Dr. Boudreau for years. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Nobody better for all your skincare needs, all your skincare products. Just go online, beachesdermatology.com. Find the one that best serves you. You'll be glad you did. Beaches Dermatology and beachesdermatology.com.
Joe Coward, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy are serving up your daily dose of sports talk specials from scratch.
I didn't know you cooked.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
These are delicious.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Top Dog Tavern is your gathering place for family and friends, offering something for everyone. Want a delicious meal served with a smile? We have you covered. Shareable appetizers, hot and crispy wings, juicy tavern burgers, fresh salads, plus a large craft beer selection. And there is nowhere better to watch all the big games than on our multiple TVs. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and good times at Top Dog Tavern, located in Bartram Park off Old St. Augustine Road.
Hickett here. Oh boy, you know I love a good flash sale, and we got one right now from Zero Res. This week only 15% off all cleaning. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, air ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be the household hero and book now. Call 287-5727. Flash sale this week only for 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Tell Dan sent you. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Stop letting high-interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. It's a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven technology to get you approved for cash in as little as 1 day with a rate that's at a 3-year loan. One client got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out all their credit cards, started a home improvement project, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,500. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much cash you can get. No hard credit pull up front. Imagine, this time next week, you could be credit card debt-free. Loan Pronto, A-rated by the BBB, with nearly 2,800 five-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. You hear about guarantees and warranties. What is Underwood's policy?
Frank, to talk about guarantees and warranties, you have to look at our history of over 70 years in business. Underwood's entire reason for existence is and has been to offer fine products that'll be used with such satisfaction that both the giver and the receiver will want to come back. And hopefully they'll tell their friends about us. To do this means we've got to try our hardest to satisfy every customer. All of our people understand that. Now, I'm sure over the years we've made a few mistakes, but we've never failed to make good on any Underwood product that was returned with a legitimate customer complaint. Our entire reputation would mean nothing if we didn't conduct ourselves that way. Simply put, conducting our business with integrity is a lot more important to Underwoods and our customers than all the guarantees, warranties, and contrived legal obligations in the world.
And you've got Underwood's word, my word, and all of our people's word on that.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by 5-Star Bath Solutions. MLB's opening day keeps rolling today, and for Jacks fans keeping an eye on the region, the Rays are in St. Louis, Tampa Bay, and the Cardinals' first pitch is at 4:15. Florida State hits week 2 of spring camp with the QB battle heating up. Aston Daniels and Kevin Sperry splitting reps as Mike Norvell looks for consistency ahead of Saturday's first scrimmage. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 9:05 and it's 65 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the 9 o'clock nasty is next, right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
I gotta tell you, man, Travis Hunter is like a 15-year-old. And I say that in a complimentary way. I love his youthful exuberance at sporting events. And he gets certain things because he's Travis Hunter.
Uh-huh.
And so he was up at the Timberwolves game last night.
Yeah.
Did you say he was guest of the Ant-Man?
That's what
I'm not sure who's guessing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they knew each other, both being Georgia high school kids.
And they're both Adidas guys, so it could be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's with who's McDaniel?
Yeah, he's Timberwolves shooting guard or is Timberwolves wingman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he gave him the jersey.
He also got KD's jersey.
Jaden McDaniels is his name.
Okay. And but I mean, it just lights up the room with a smile. I mean, listen, I don't care. I hope he's a great player. I don't care what, but I do appreciate the and he was sitting there at the courtside and he had his wife and baby. You know, and
he looks a year more filled out. I'm not
developed.
Yeah, he looks a year more. He looks a year more a man.
Yeah,
you know, not a.
Look at his rookie card. This year,
he looks a little,
neck a little thicker.
Yeah, just a little more man.
But he is the definition of aura. Like when he steps in a room, it just lights it up with his smile and his energy.
He daps up the dude. Dude gives him the jersey, signs the jersey, and the dude walks away, and he's like, he's just so excited about Jaden McDaniels' jersey. I mean, bro, you're Travis Hunter. You're 1,000. I don't know Jaden McDaniels. I don't know anything about him.
You know what it is? That's like Murph. Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, they
like,
get so excited.
Bro, you're Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, it's funny, man. So I kind of enjoy that. I do enjoy the youthful exuberance of athletes who are sports fans, and he clearly is a sports fan and enjoyed his time up there. I went up to a basketball game. So
you know what used to there's an occurrence that happens in Major League Baseball, and it can only happen on opening day. That as a lifelong fan of a terrible team when I was young, I always question the strategy of the Major League team, and that is this. Opening day comes, and the worst team in the league will go open against team anybody and throw their best pitcher.
Right.
Like, I always thought that, man, let's throw this guy. We're not beating, Clayton Kershaw. Let's throw our fifth starter, and then we'll come back tomorrow with the lead starter. I wonder how many of those situations are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are there pitchers today that you would just flat out avoid?
Yeah, I don't want to face Paul Skeens.
But you're the team where they're the other team that will make that decision. You're the better team, so that it doesn't come into play when you're the better team. When you're the better team, you just deal with that great pitcher in front of you. I'm more talking about the underdog team. Like in that particular matchup, it would be more. It'd be better for the Pirates to wait and pitch against the Mets' second pitcher rather than their ace. Although the difference in Peralta and the others, I guess we'll find out, right?
I'm just trying to look at my lineup here. It looks like I might have it out.
Yeah, like a 1:00 game today. They're excited. The Braves are going to play a week from Tuesday, apparently, will open, so we're excited about that.
This is the lineup that you'll be dealing with in June when you come traipsing into New York.
Don't you worry about us. We got a good lineup. I just don't know who will be pitching.
We got the Cisco kid at short leading off, back from his hamate bone.
Francisco Lindor. Okay.
Juan Soto. Do you know him? He's pretty good.
Yeah, we've got Acuna, so
he'll be hitting
cool
second.
Yeah.
Mr. Clutch, Bo Bichette will be playing, hitting third.
Where's he playing?
Third base.
Yeah.
He's
Now,
our third
is he?
baseman.
What is the Mets' record for errors at third base? Franchise record. Seriously, I'm asking.
Don't
Do you
worry
know?
about
You have
that.
an idea?
He'll be just fine.
They call him the vacuum over there,
They
Bo
do.
Bichette.
They do. And then we have our new first baseman, not Pete Alonso, but
right.
Placido Polanco.
Now, I did the math. You're only going to lose about 80% of your production at that position from last year to this year.
Watch out. This guy's rested. He's ready to go. He's healthy. Luis Robert Jr. in center field.
Sure. I played this game off, and I brought in the 220 hitter, waiting for him to be 280 again. Hadn't worked for me, so better luck.
Brett Beatty will be our DH.
Hey, I keep waiting on Beatty.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of ABs.
Did Beatty hit 20-something one year?
He hit 20 last year.
Okay.
Marcus Simeon will be playing second base, the Gold Glover.
Yeah.
And,
that's
locking that down.
Seems deep in the lineup to be hitting him. What's going on there?
Yeah, well, that's a deep lineup.
You're designing it that way.
We're designing.
I got you. Simeon's
our
eighth best player.
rookie sensation, the next great right fielder in the National League East who will soon supplant your guy, Ricardo Acuna.
Sure.
Carson Benj.
Okay.
Know that name.
Benj. Okay.
Know that name.
Sure.
And then the baby bull, Francisco Alvarez, will be catching for Los Mets. And Freddie Fastball Peralta will be on the bump today, taking on the Buccos.
That's exciting. Again, I think the Braves play like on next Wednesday.
So there you have it.
Annoying.
That's the Metropolitan. 1 o'clock tip.
Braves, I think there's confusion right now. So, MO, I don't know what you can do for it, but all of us that have been finding games through the years, apparently it's a little different this year.
Yeah.
Did you get your package yet?
No, I haven't checked.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently, back in the day was.
I know I'm Peacock today, so I'll worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah, but there's same with me. We don't open until tomorrow. Mine's figured out, but I don't. I don't know if it's as simple. I'm only going by people questioning me about how to get it and what's the best way. I think it's MLB.TV through ESPN Plus, I think.
Alabama's Aiden Holloway didn't travel with the team to Chicago for the Sweet 16 game per Nate Oates. He was arrested after being last week in a marijuana-related incident. It wasn't a case of, you think, okay, marijuana-related. I mean, what do you have, a couple doobies in his car? What do you call me?
No, it's felony amount of.
Couple doobies.
Couple J's.
Couple blunts. Couple blunts.
Yeah.
No, he had about 2 pounds in the house. In the
trafficking,
crib.
we call that, Hick.
Yeah,
trafficking.
that's breaking it down and
as
selling
we said,
it.
Can you possibly make any money in that trade these days anyway? I mean, there's Dumb and then there's Aiden Holloway. Dumb. Your son, you're the second best player on the team. You got an NBA future. That's like these guys that are in the NBA and they get banned for the league for life for paying a player prop for $20,000 on FanDuel. Oof. Sometimes you just don't know.
What is J-Boo Wins, who's clearly going to be in television when his career comes to an
Winston?
end. Yes.
Okay.
Is that the Giants-Yankees game last night, mixing it up with Harrison Bader? Harrison Bader's like, I hit against you in college. You did? He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, what'd you do? He goes, I either rolled over or struck out, but everybody knew you because, you'd won the Heisman and you're throwing like 95 from the bump. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, everybody wanted to hit off me, too. They all wanted to get a hit off me. I remember that. J-Boo, and now he's mixing up with Max Fried right here. And
You forget the level of athlete these dudes are.
Yeah.
You forget that Jameis Winston went out on the mound at FSU. That's the Florida game, by the way. Bader's a Gator.
Yeah.
Those programs were both really good then.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, who would have thought if one of these two fan bases would have a basketball team still alive, that it'd be this ne'er-do-well squad and not our more deserving, more relevant basketball program. But nonetheless, Mr. Tennessee.
Hello, Charlton.
Good morning.
I miss the days
Good
when we
morning,
had the
gentlemen.
Deliverance play in. Remember that, Hick?
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean,
We probably just got
always
to
good to have
let
them.
E know. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, two things I wanted to call about real quick.
Okay.
The first one was DJ Lagway, but how did that go on for that long?
Fair question.
Down there in Gainesville without getting out. As a former college athlete, if I'd had a teammate, I can tell you right now, if our teammate pulled that kind of stuff, we would have been riding him to like a rented mule every day about how soft he was, about what he was,
Can't do that anymore, Tim. They'll say you're hazing him, for Pete's sake.
I mean, how can you even sit on the side? You can see it sitting on the sideline, but you don't have any friends on the team. You don't hang out with anybody. How do you expect to get and Napier, how can you get any kind of team continuity with that kind of activity going on? It's asinine to think.
Yeah, that was a disaster. It was a disaster from top to bottom. And And obviously they finally took action. And for those who don't know, Matt Hayes wrote a real in-depth, very good article on DJ Lagway. We talked about it at length earlier this morning, and we can revisit it, but it just paints DJ to me as just a soft SOFT kid, man. Just didn't want to go to class because of the fan base, because he thought he would I don't know. Maybe he's got some issues. I don't know, but it was weird. The whole thing was weird.
If I'm the head coach, hey, son, sit over there on the end of the bench and watch the players play.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is.
Well, obviously, he's fighting for his job. He knows the only chance to win is with that kid. And
in hindsight, it's just another day where Billy Napier further cements himself as the worst football coach that will ever coach the University of. There'll never be anyone worse. Right. There's never been anyone worse. Amazingly, we were able in our lifetime to bottom out with the worst that will ever hold the position.
What was your other issue?
I feel sorry for you guys. I actually feel sorry for you guys. The other issue is this TSA line.
Yeah.
Monday, trying to fly to Midland. I get there 4 hours early.
Mm-hmm.
I stand in line for 2 hours
and
44 minutes.
Oh, boy.
This idiocracy has got to stop. You do realize, everybody, when you buy a plane ticket, they take taxes out for TSA.
Mm-hmm.
Except they decided to funnel that money that they're taking out for the TSA tax into another pot so they could use that for something else besides paying them. Well, they should have already been paid.
The most amazing thing in American culture is how ignorant and unaware and uninvolved we are in all that money they take out of all the work we do. And I'm not saying you don't pay taxes, but we act like we don't, what they're spending it on should be answered for. It's a lot of friggin' money, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the fact that you're taking it and then now you want to do this to the people you're taking it from does not make any sense at all.
Well,
and I want to apologize one thing for the Googans. I'm sorry that the prices have gone up this way for the oil, but hey.
Big oil.
Big oil, you love this. Stop it with your disingenuous. He's just getting richer every day. Dude's printing money. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Big oil, scoundrel. Comes out in the end. Big oil. Play the Dallas intro. You play that one too.
Take a break. Come back with more. This is the drill.
The drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. XL1010.
Code invalid.
That's not good. Is that good?
What the hell did you do? I entered the ignition code, that's all.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Hickett here. Restore comfort and confidence with oculoplastic specialist Mary Kate Wilson, MD at the Eye Associates. That's Jacksonville's expert in oculofacial, plastic, and reconstructive care. Dr. Wilson specializes in eyelid surgery, cosmetic and reconstructive procedures and treatments, always with a personalized approach. Now seeing patients at the beaches, Southside, and St. John's locations. To schedule your consultation with Dr. Wilson, just call the Eye Associates. They used to be formerly Bow 9 Associates, Schneider Air and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098. That's 296-0098.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball opens this weekend at Five Star Ballpark. Come early tomorrow for the opening day street carnival and don't miss post-game fireworks, all presented by Roland Reese Plumbing and Ascension St. Vincent's. Then Saturday the 1st, 2,000 fans get replica championship rings and more fireworks presented by Birkin Construction. The defending AAA national champs are home all weekend. Tickets start at just $5.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulate the 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Jake McAllister, senior lacrosse and football player at Fletcher High. Jake's a member of the National Honor Society and the Key Club. He's been accepted to attend Lincoln Memorial University.
Want to show off that backyard flex? Purple Heart Pools, a veteran-owned pool company right here in Jacksonville, is offering a brand new custom pool and spa package for a flat $75,000. All in, no bait, no switch. You heard that right. Only $75,000 for a custom pool and spa. Now's the time to break ground. Game days, summer nights, and neighborhood envy included. Schedule a free consultation today at purpleheartpools.com. Purple Heart Pools, Jacksonville's veteran pool company.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our two-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Absolutely. All right, welcome back. I'm trying to read. I'm reading about Julio Jones.
Okay.
He's trying to become an elite bowler, apparently.
Sure.
He's taking his talents to the bowling alley.
Sure.
Dropped 20 large to get ready for bowling.
I don't think it's I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe do the best pro bowlers in the world like discover they're pro bowlers in their 30s, or do you have to play some before that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know who was the good bowler was Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, the bus.
Yeah. The
Chris Paul and Calvin Johnson also bowlers.
The perfect game in bowling is the 300. So if
Chris
you ever get
Paul
one of those,
didn't he host an event? Chris Paul. Yeah.
Do these guys have 300s? Like does Julio Jones have a 300 on his record? Does it say?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like Bettis, I think had a few.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 300 is like the holy grail. It's like a hole in one for a golfer. It's hard to get them. I mean, really good. I mean, but your boy Buffalo Tom and Bobo, those boys been in a bowling league for 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Playing once or twice a week.
You got 300s?
No, they've got close though. 299, I think one time. 298. Oof,
that hurts.
I stopped by and saw him one night, and Buffalo Tom went on a bender. He had 10, 11 in a row. Didn't quite finish it.
I'm watching.
A lot like the Bills.
I'm watching Jameis pitch against the Gators.
Okay. We talked about that
Florida
earlier.
was up 8-0 in the eighth inning. Same old. He threw it, man. He could throw heat. Got out of a jam that night. 3 batters before Bader here. They said they went and looked it up, I guess. So, yeah, pretty funny. But, yeah, he could bring it. I remember when he came when he was here at JU. He came through.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Jameis was it would have been interesting to see. And obviously he made millions of dollars, so he obviously did the right thing. But Lane Kiffin knows LSU football fans want immediate success, but he stresses it takes time to build a program to an elite level, Jeff. Oh, yeah? Ask Kurt Signetti. He's excited about the new day era, but essentially asking for patience to get LSU back to its glory days. No.
You don't get any of that.
No patience. Mm-mm. No patience for Summerall. No patience for Kiffin. No patience. Nor should you.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I have 2026 SEC win totals and predictions for the conference teams.
Okay, good. Talk to me.
All right, let's Alabama over under 8.5 wins. There's 12 games, correct?
Yeah.
They would have them, I would assume, over. They have Alabama losing to Georgia, Texas A&M, and at LSU.
Mm-hmm. That's 9-3. That's an over.
That's an over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to skip some of the, the Arkansas, Mississippi State.
That'll be fine.
Just for reference, they've got Auburn 6.5. They got them losing.
That's our
1,
first SEC
2,
game.
3, 4.
They got us beating them?
Nope. We got Auburn winning that game. They have Auburn over under 6.5. Auburn winning. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be over. Florida, you know what the over under is?
6.5.
7.5.
All right.
7.5.
They got us going over or under.
Wins over.
Okay, talk to me. First two.
FAU and Campbell.
Solid. 2-0. Ranked.
At Missouri.
Heck yeah. 3-0.
South Carolina.
4.
At Kentucky.
Talk to me. 5.
Vanderbilt.
Keep them coming. 6.
At FSU.
7, baby. Give me one more.
No, that's not it. That's it. Done. Losses at Auburn, Ole Miss at home, at Texas, Georgia, and Oklahoma at home.
No. We can't lose those home
You absolutely have to win those 6,
win 2 of those home games. You got 9.
You got to learn. I mean, we're going to learn. We're going to learn what Summerall and can do out of the gates. To the point, though, and again, there is nothing unfair about this expectation from every multi-million-dollar employed football coach. Your university expects you to be contending, if not winning, the national title in 2 years. You got 2 years.
Yeah.
You got 2 years. That's how long it takes. We've been taught that. If you're what we're looking for, if you're special, if you're a winner, just Google me. Then you get 3. I'm not saying you got to win it all in 2 years, but it can certainly be done. Any excuses you come up with, any reasons or rationale from the culture that you inherited or the turnover of the roster. This guy went to the losingest program in the history, into the Big Ten, where Ohio State and Michigan, 2 Big Ten teams, had won the last 2 national championships and went playoff natty. So Lane, Summerall, all y'all. Don't talk to me after a 7-5 year 2 with reasons why. Move along. We see that. We're going to see that in basketball as well.
Yeah.
Well, and we're seeing programs that used to be a lot more patient and loyal not be that way. Hubert Davis would have lasted longer if it were 1977.
100%.
But it changes, and Hubert Davis also makes more.
And I stuck up for Hubert Davis.
Well,
I stand by that. I still think he got.
No, I think it's absolutely 5 years is way too long for us to wait here. Life's too short. Especially since Hubert Davis, while we're going to compare it to 77, his 1 year salary would match the salary of 70s and 80s combined for Dean Smith.
Right.
So there's that part too.
That's fair. The expectations are high, and they should be. I think I saw something yesterday that said the first time since like 1954 that there's 4 are not in the Sweet. One of the 4 not in the Sweet 16. It was like Kentucky, Kansas,
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Just a couple more and put a wrap on these over/unders from the SEC. Georgia, they have it 9.5, and then have them going 11-1. LSU. Over/under 8.5. Let me just give you the teams that they'll be playing, okay? And I'm going to bounce around so that you don't give you any kind of, so we'll just go like in order. Not in order, but here's who LSU plays this year, okay? They play at Ole Miss. They play Clemson at home. They play Texas A&M at home. They play at Arkansas, at Tennessee. They play Texas, Alabama, at Auburn, Mississippi State, at Kentucky, and McNeese. Over/under 8.5. Is that 9 at least, you think?
Well, it's not easy.
Yeah, they got them losing 1 game at Ole Miss. I would like whoever wrote this column, I would like them to bet me at any odds that and give me the over/under of 1 on LSU, and I'll play the over. I mean, come on, man. You think Lane Kiffin's going 11-1 first year 1
That's
at
what they
LSU?
have them going
Yes. Got them losing 1 game at Ole Miss and beating Clemson, Louisiana Tech, Texas A&M, at Kentucky, Mississippi State, at Auburn, Alabama, Texas, at Tennessee, and at Arkansas. Yeah, Lane Kiffin's going to win all those games. Yeah, sure he is.
Yeah.
Right. Back with more next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get a Gator baseball chomp on 1010XL.
The Gators take their Sunshine State shutout at the baseball grounds to Fayetteville for a weekend series against the Razorbacks. Florida and 4th-ranked Arkansas. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
Top Dog Tavern is your gathering place for family and friends, offering something for everyone. Want a delicious meal served with a smile? We have you covered. Shareable appetizers, hot and crispy wings, juicy tavern burgers, fresh salads, plus a large craft beer selection. And there is nowhere better to watch all the big games than on our multiple TVs. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and good times at Top Dog Tavern, located in Bartram Park off Old St. Augustine Road.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
My Gate Rewards members, this deal is just for you. Right now, grab any 2 12-ounce Red Bulls and get 2 of your favorite roller grill items for just $1. When you need a boost, Gates got you. See store for details.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Frank Frangie here, and Big Chief Tire makes it easier than ever to get the tires you need with the Big Chief credit card. No annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, and right now, $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and get the tires you need today. That's Big Chief Tire.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Most things are easy when you're motivated. The question is, what happens when you're not? That's where Awaken 180 was different for me, Sneaky Joe, Bowerly, Beamer, and everyone else I know. Get motivated at Awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
You know, it's interesting here. We didn't talk much Jags and draft and free agency, as minor as it was. We'll certainly have plenty of opportunity between now and the end of April. But I was reading team needs and then prospects that would fit, right? And you got to go a little deeper because the Jags don't have the first rounder. And I think this is from our buddy D-Rock. Top 3 needs, defensive tackle, edge, linebacker, right? I think we would all agree the lines of scrimmage on both sides. But then he also says the biggest offensive needs adding another running back alongside Chris Rodriguez Jr. and Bashal Tutin, which would indicate if that running back, that super prospect is there, and then you might be talking about a guy who you could reasonably expect to give you ETN's production right out of the gate. So your point has been pounded, and it's accurate. I mean, any belief in Tutin is to be seen.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta
fair.
show it.
That's
Yeah.
fair, you know, and the belief in the organization.
And they have belief in him, which is good. I mean, and
they also shown that they're willing to. I mean, at this time last year, Tank Bigsby, we would have thought, and a lot later than this time last year, into training camp, we thought Tank Bigsby would have been the starter. Another miss. Shoot it like the Gator guards.
Tell you. We got a problem in the ocean.
What's going on? In the Atlantic?
Yeah, we got a big problem.
The Big Blue Sea?
Big Blue Sea.
Oh, no.
We got cocaine-fueled sharks right now.
Oh, dear. Well, hold on now. I just got over my incredible fear of the woods thanks to the cocaine bear.
Yeah.
But, yeah, now cocaine like a shark needs...
something's putting the white in the great white. We got traces of nose candy, caffeine, and painkillers in the sharks swimming around the Bahamas.
Nose candy.
I mean, we can't. I mean,
these blowfish aren't getting hooked on purpose.
I'm not believing this.
This is fallout from an uptick in marine pollutants.
Yeah.
Pharmaceuticals and illicit drugs are increasingly recognized as contaminants of emerging concern in marine environments. We got stone sharks, and that's not good.
I don't believe it.
We got sharks that are high as a kite and hungry.
I don't believe
it. It's called the munchies.
I don't believe it. I do believe that if they were able, and I'm also
sharks have tested positive for cocaine, caffeine, and painkillers. Don't you not believe it? I'm telling you, it's a fact.
I mean, you guys that makes it sound like the open surf is like a Starbucks. Like the penetration of cocaine and caffeine is so much that a shark swimming in open water is absorbing.
The team has reportedly analyzed blood samples from 85 specimens around the Bahamas. Of the samples, a shocking 28 sharks spanning 3 species are testing positive for drugs.
Here's where it comes. 0.0000000014.
We got a problem.
Yeah. I would say this.
The most common of which was caffeine, followed by acetaminophen and diclofenac, the active ingredients in the popular painkillers Tylenol and Voltaren.
Yeah, I don't believe enough. There's so much Tylenol being dumped into the ocean that sharks are picking it up through the... So, I mean, I can't get a phone to work if it drops in the ocean for 10 seconds.
This marks the first time cocaine has been detected in sharks in the Bahamas. We got a problem.
Maybe every shark, every blue moon comes across contraband and swallows it up like a fishing lure. I mean, maybe that happens. But, I mean, outside of that.
Spin-off of the Cocaine Bear. Next movie, Cocaine Shark.
Maybe the shark, and we don't know for sure. Like, maybe a shark could eat a whole, ton of a kilo of cocaine and it doesn't have an effect on it. Right? You don't know, like, what anatomy-wise.
It's a perfect lead into New York City headlines brought to you by our friends at Oceanside Cleaners. 3 locations to serve you, including the new one in St.
Shark's
Augustine.
bad enough. Quite frankly, if I'm in open water with a white, I don't care if he's on cocaine or Valium. It don't matter to me. It's not going to end well.
You better care.
Not going to end well.
Jazzed up shark on cocaine.
Oceanside Cleaners, proud, doing a great job. Nobody better than those guys. Michael P. Harris and his family have been doing it for 35 years. Labor of love. They say if it's got fabric, we can clean it. And it's true. They've done my outdoor cushions. Look unbelievable. If you work at a doctor's office that have lab coats, they'll get those looking great, brand new, so you don't have to go buy new ones all the time. I'm telling you, nobody better. They free pickup and delivery. Snuff said, kiosk 24/7. Oh, I love Oceanside Cleaners. Hit it. Tears and fears. Savannah Guthrie sobs at idea mom was kidnapped because of her. I'm so sorry, mommy. She gave her first interview. It was very sad.
Yeah, I can't go any further than the story. I'll just wait for the sad conclusion.
Long Island wife vanishes after jumping from moving car in panic. Loved ones fear she's in danger.
You think? Their first clue, she jumped from a moving car.
Yeah, holy cow. Freeze frame. Yankees take historic crack at ABS pitch challenge system. Here's how it went.
I mean, no guts for these major league teams. We know how bad these umps are. You can't find one missed call last night. Stop it.
Yeah. Hilarious video shows Disney guests drunkenly banging on wrong hotel door.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier than having your nice young family on location, two drunks show up banging on the door. Thanks a lot.
Wine, beer, or liquor. Study finds one drink linked to lower risk of death.
Wine, probably wine. Yeah, I'm going to go wine. Definitely ain't liquor.
No,
That's
sir.
straight poison. Maybe it's beer. I doubt it. I bet it's wine.
Strike in Caribbean Sea on alleged drug boat kills 4, U.S. military says.
And hence the cocaine sharks.
Yeah. That's a fair point. A fair point. I'm not reading that one.
So just don't make it.
Judge torched road rage suspect in court for laughing at family of 11-year-old he allegedly killed.
Those are the worst courtroom scenes where they're mocking the devastation that they've done. This is what, again, there should be certain cases where take them down to town square and stone their ass.
University of Alabama student's cause of death confirmed. Police will not pursue criminal charges.
So it was an accident, ended up being an accident. Yeah, he didn't sound like the type that would be off and like inebriated. I don't know if he just, like they say, fell in. I didn't read the details.
Fell in. Crane scares off alligator in epic showdown. Most Florida video ever.
Man, you see a lot of these. Like you see a woodchuck run off a fox. It's funny how sometimes the little animal can take control.
Stone cold stunner. NYC preschool boss allegedly embezzled nearly $3 million to buy WWE tickets and live like a celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he embezzled them to, quote, buy WWE tickets. $3 million's a little excessive.
Usher breaks silence on Diddy.
Yeah, he did.
Sex crimes conviction. He's been misrepresented.
I thought Usher was... Anyway.
ABC anchor Liz Cho demands ex-Josh Elliott hand over financial travel records amid affairs speculation.
Josh Elliott was the one for a cup of coffee, was the sports guy?
Yeah. Kind of made some bad moves. Yeah. No. Summer of the Serpent. Warning issued as yet another rattlesnake bite turns deadly.
Rattlesnakes are everywhere. Coyotes are everywhere. I mean... Here they come, AI, dystopia.
A very profitable week. Spring break influencers paid up to $20K a post to model bikinis, sip drinks in the sun.
Unbelievable, man. What branch of capitalism is paying these people for this? Can't be the impact. It can't be. You can't sell $20 million worth of whatever bathing suit is modeled.
Kill it with
insanity. It's money laundering-y, I'm telling you.
Kill it with fire. Tentacled mystery object found aboard ISS spawns terror.
Sounds
like an alien thinking.
Yeah. I don't. Or is this? This is in space, or this is
ISS? Yeah, International Space Station, right?
You're telling me there's a tentacle alien creature that's attacked? I mean, half of these things are lies. I feel like
lies. These are New York City headlines, actual headlines from New York City periodicals.
Well, it's in the Post.
It's in the
It's gotta be true.
All right, let's take a break, make the turn for home. When we come back, this is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess. You're looking at your lawn, wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Picking here. Oh, boy, you know I love a good flash sale, and we got one right now from Zero Res. This week only 15% off all cleaning. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, air ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be the household hero and book now. Call 287-5727. Flash sale this week only for 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Tell Dan sent you. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
It's that time of year again. Madness is back, and Nimnik Buick GMC is bringing the excitement with Shoot for Loot. So this month only, when you purchase any new or used vehicle from Nimnik Buick GMC, you'll get a chance to take a shot and win $1,000 cash. That's right. One shot could put $1,000 cash in your pocket. And of course, the winning doesn't stop there. At Nimnik Buick GMC, you're going to have unbeatable savings, a huge selection of Buick and GMC vehicles, and financing options that fit your budget. That's the bottom line when you go to Nimnik. You're getting great pricing. You're going to get great products. You're going to get people that are going to take care of you, whether it's a truck, whether it's an SUV, maybe even a certified pre-owned vehicle. You want to buy a car, you need to head to Nimnik Buick GMC. I've been doing it forever. I trust my friends at Nimnik, and you can too. So where can you take your shot at $1,000 cash and score the best deals in Jacksonville? I'll tell you where. Nobody but Nimnik. We are professional grade GMC.
Time to level up your golf game with Back 9 off US 1 in Nocatee. This simulated golf is not your average simulated golf. It's the same technology they use in TGL. It's terrific. So whether you want to play the best golf courses the world has to offer just down the street, you can. Over 100 of the world's most iconic courses on this incredible technology. But you can also work on your game. It's open 24 hours, and you can get membership. You can get single-day play. But you need to check them out. It's Back 9 Golf, Ponte Vedra off US 1 in Nocatee. Look for them right next to Nice High School.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
I was born in Louisiana.
The Legends 90th birthday celebration. Live. Buddy Guy, 90. Saturday, August 22nd, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh, you can't tell by the way I use my walk. A woman's man, no time to talk.
Welcome back. What am I doing? It's going to be here on a Thursday, one day away from Friday. On the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Was that the same shark that Jim McElwain posed with? I don't think so. If you're a swimmer or diving in the ocean, bring some cocaine with you. If you run across a shark that's tweaking, you can give him some and he'll leave you alone.
That's tweaking.
Yeah. Is tweaking like synonymous for attacking?
Like tweaking.
Attacking.
Tripping.
You? I get it. Is that what we use instead of just saying attacking? He's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me. Shannon Snell, who follows Gator football, alluded to the fact that, you know, it's funny and fans are funny, you know, like with this DJ Lagway thing. We've talked a lot about that today. And if you missed it, Matt Hayes wrote a really interesting article, very good article, and talking about DJ Lagway and his time in Florida and how it didn't work and everything that went wrong. And there was a lot that went wrong in that. I mean, if you sign a kid to play football at your school, you should want him. You should encourage, man, the University of Florida is a great campus. Don't go staying off into some apartment by yourself and not go to class. That's all part of the college experience, even in this day and age of the NIL. Go to campus. That's a beautiful thing, man.
How is he going to get girls?
Kids don't like Zoom classes, online classes. What'd you say? How he's going to get girls?
How is he going to get girls?
Well, he got a softball player. He was dating Ava Brown, if I'm not mistaken, one of the softball players. But yeah, it's a fair point.
We talked about the Ohio State presence in this year's draft. Looks like it could be as many as 4 of the top 5 or 6, maybe. And they had their pro day yesterday. Meanwhile, the other, I don't know what kind of stipend or percentage that the Simpson family sends Dan Orlovsky for making him as relevant this week as he has become, because I don't think he would have been relevant at all if it weren't for the hot take that Simpson's the best quarterback in the draft. That seems ridiculous by all measure. But in watching just a little bit of the retrospect on Simpson, he was a lot more prolific as a passer than you remember. He was like 8th in NCAA in passing yards, Ty Simpson.
Yes.
So he does have a little bit more production. It's not the old days of handing it off to some, Heisman winning running back. But I'm not, if I ask you, what is your biggest memory from a quarterback's pro day? Is there one that stands out?
A couple things.
Okay.
And it really isn't. It shouldn't be that, but AR hitting the roof.
Okay.
That stands out to me. Trevor's throw down the field stands out to me, which again, those are the easier throws for these guys.
Right.
But people go gaga over them.
My point is, like, if there were one that I don't need to see, it's a quarterback's pro day. I got every bit of film and arm strength, and I'm not saying I'm not there to look at it, but like all it can do is get you in trouble, I think, because the one I remember is Zach Wilson rolling out across his body. And then just flicking the ball downfield 55 yards and hitting like all against air. And that suddenly had him in the conversation. Wow, is he the best quarterback in the draft? I remember another pro day, I believe, where Kyle Bowler got on one knee and threw it 80 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Ultimately was the 11th pick of the draft. Didn't amount to anything. So I wonder if that, and by the way, it's the one position where you can least afford to get fooled.
I will tell you that I remember, and this is when they kind of started a little bit. I remember the 2014 draft, the Blake draft. I paid attention to the pro days because we all thought we might be taking a quarterback.
I remember
it was Teddy Bridgewater, and I know Tony Khan really liked him, and I remember just small hands.
I remember Bortles because of the hug from Marone after. It was like, oh, man, they're in love with this guy.
Johnny Manziel was also in that. Jimmy Garoppolo, who we had on this program pre-draft, a friend of the program.
Then we got into this thing where, okay, this is ridiculous. So-and-so went 74 for 75.
Correct.
They would report the stats.
Correct.
Again, not throwing against defenders.
Right.
Just throwing.
And that one was a drop.
Right.
Right.
That part. So
pro days are fairly useless for quarterbacks.
Yeah, and especially, and in Simpson's case, he threw at the combine.
Right.
I thought, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But it does look like, with the incredible need for quarterback, that Ty Simpson will be a first-round pick. I mean, we had that conversation earlier, would he or wouldn't he? I'd be surprised if he doesn't go in picks 21 to 32.
John Rothstein, who's a college basketball guy, is reporting that LSU will part ways with Matt McMahon and NC State. Will Wade will be the next coach.
Yeah.
How is that?
That is, again,
weird.
I can't recall a more disgraced exit for such a desired return. I mean, I just, you know what it is? He was just ahead of his time. Will Wade was doing things then that are now part of regular operating business and procuring players.
But did he do any? I guess he went to a Sweet 16 there.
They were successful, and then he got in trouble with the NCAA.
Yeah.
But he was he was like, what years was he there?
17 to 22. He went and rebuilt himself. He went to McNeese and got them in the tournament twice. And then he went to NC State and got into the first 4. And that's it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
What was the line on the wiretap? Strong ass offer. That was the line. That's a strong ass offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, this is like FBI stuff, wasn't it? I mean, he left and he's coming back.
I don't
go figure that one out.
Well, I think he may have been part of the whole AAU thing was involved, and some of those guys went down. I can't remember how it was, but was it like he at one point was he like refusing to take his firing, or is that not part of the story? Like, I just remember it being really discombobulated. It wasn't like an amicable. I don't remember it being amicable. I don't remember like LSU being on his side. I feel like he or maybe they took it to the extreme, and even with everything going on, they let him coach in the SEC tournament anyway. I can't remember. I just remember it being, LSU has proven to be the wild child of the league.
They don't care.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
E?
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
What's up, Tone?
Morning, boys.
How are you?
Doing well.
What do you got cooking today?
Jamal St. Cyr going to join me for
Very
the program today. Dempsey on assignment for one day. He'll be back with us tomorrow. But Jamal going to come in and we'll kick around all things Jaguars with everything going on.
I like it.
Did you guys watch opening night last night?
I watched a fair amount.
I didn't watch a ton.
Yeah, I was watching right at the beginning of it. Like, I turned it on at 8. I was like, all right, first
they
pitch.
had a delay, yeah.
And then it's like 20 minutes.
At least.
Of
that
all this.
annoyed me.
And I was watching. I was like, I know on opening day, every team for their first home game, they announce the lineup, right? Like, I know that's what they do, like that kind of thing. And I don't have any issue with that. But last night.
They brought out a cable car, Hick.
Right. Like.
They walked out. The Giants walked out of their starting lineup, walked out of the cable car.
Like dancers for the Yankees coming out of the lineup for their lineup last night too. It's like, does Netflix understand opening day?
No.
Right? Like, it is, every city has their own thing that they do with it.
Right.
And everyone who's there is just like, start the game.
That was weird.
Right. Like, that's what everyone
the game was supposed to start at like 8:05 and it was like 8:30.
What was the delay? Because they just did all this.
I think it was all the
pomp
stuff
and
Netflix
circumstance.
had planned for
It did give it the feel of like the game the Braves played at Bristol. The NASCAR game. It was that kind of feel. It's like,
right.
What I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't
I can understand it for Bristol.
Me too.
I can't understand it for its opening day.
What about did the hand throw out the first pitch? Add Mr. Thing,
I
or
didn't see it.
So they said because Netflix has a show called Wednesdays.
Okay.
Well,
Wednesday. It's one of the
from
Addams
Tuesday
family
was
girls.
the girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Or whatever. But anyway, the hand was supposed to throw out the first pitch.
Oh, like come up out of the box.
Like a plug. He was on a skateboard. I saw
it is a funny thing, too. Like, I do think the NFL is the only major North American sport where it doesn't matter who's playing in the opening match, everyone's in.
Right.
Like, everyone is locked in for the opening of the NFL season. Baseball, NBA, like, none of the other stuff. It's just like, when does my team play?
NFL's the only one that deserves
Are you
the
afternoon
right
tomorrow or
tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night?
NFL's the only one that has earned and deserves the right to put their game on anywhere, and we'll all find it and not complain.
The other thing I hate about opening day weekend is, like, we'll play today, but then we'll be off tomorrow.
That's also annoying.
Just in case of the weather.
Yeah, but still.
So have a great show.
Thank you.
All right, Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Jamal St. Cyr will join him. Jeff, our work is done.
It is. We'll see you tomorrow.
E.
Swerve, swerve, swerve.